Okay, wait. There's another layer here. There's another layer that we need to discuss. Hold on. Am I seeing things, or this dude's mustache is two capybaras kissing, right? Like, I can't be the only one that sees this. Face reveals.
This Pokeball is a
Pokeballs.
This video will truly be.
And of course, Nuxanor. I mean, naturally Nuxanor. Except, hold on. There we go. That's better.
So sad. The fatigue is truly rising. Tragedy is befalling us all. And pardon me if I sound like I'm heartless, but can we all come together and cry for this poor woman who's about to say something
is that what that is?
horrifying and tragic? Yes, she looks a little bit like Jabba the Hutt before he went on Ozempic, but her and all of her chins have something to tell us.
They took my son, and I gotta work. I got a phone call from work saying that they took my son. He's only 16, and he was violated. They said they slammed him to the ground.
No.
Oh boy, more emotional manipulation. Good deal. Yeah, we haven't seen this before.
No, a 16-year-old? That's horrible. That's horrible. What happened? Why did they do that? Why would they slam your 16-year-old son to the ground? Why?
I just want my baby back.
There's
I do feel bad for her. I really do. That's sad.
absolutely no reason
Oh, this her wife?
to have this kind of chaos happening in our communities, putting people at risk,
They took my son.
This is horrible. So you have people just going on the news. You just people going on the news talking about how their sons were taken. This is horrible. What were they arrested for? Woman cries after her son got arrested at an ICE riot. They took my son, he's only 16, I want my baby back. Her son assaulted ICE agents and threw eggs at them. This is what we call FAFO. I'll be real, lady, you did not do a good job raising your son. You see, if I would have ever thrown an egg at an ICE agent, my mom would have slapped me the next week. I'm not trying to be rude here or anything, but deserved and based. I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry you're going through this, lady, as all of your chins wiggle in tragedy. But with all due respect, the hell out of here. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know enough specifics about this to directly cast an opinion, but if he assaulted an ICE agent, that's pretty cut and dry there. He should have been arrested.
Yeah, you assault ICE agents, you go to jail.
Right.
You can't just assault people, actually. I love how she's mad at her son getting arrested. And
that's what they're missing here. That they leave that out entirely. That the son assaulted an ICE agent, because it changes the narrative, right? They're going for this emotional appeal. This mom crying about the whole thing. They're leaving out the fact that the kid broke the law, assaulted an officer, and if he assaulted them and threw eggs at them, that to me means that it was multiple instances. It wasn't just one.
she's mad at ICE for terrorizing them, but she's not mad at her son for assaulting ICE agents, thereby making...
What this really is really frustrating, is that these ICE rioters are pulling in 16-year-olds and using children to, attack and do things against ICE agents, hoping that they won't be arrested or, detained. Because it's the same shit that they did, that freaking terrorist organizations did overseas. When I was overseas, they did this shit with kids over there too. They use the kids to do shit because they typically won't be, arrested. It's a emotional manipulation that they do. So this is all emotional manipulation, and you can't fall victim to this shit. If somebody assaults an officer, they should be detained. Period. That this is just how you keep and maintain a civilization.
it perfectly legal and warranted to arrest him, right? So not only is she a bitch, but she is a big bitch. 6 or 7 eggs, some would even say. Anyway, now ICE has been going a little bit chaotic lately, and it's been very nice to see. So as you can see, the Oregonian released an epic article. Blind protester dragged, detained by feds as agent picked the weakest person they could find. No, this blind man.
Nah, it was a 48 update post.
And this poor blind man. Anyway, this rioter obstructed law enforcement, blocked the driveway to the vehicles, could not exit or enter the ICE facility, creating a public safety threat for our officers and detainees. He blatantly disobeyed law enforcement orders and remained off federal property. Does the Oregonian plan to also report this individual yelled he hopes that somebody kills you guys, and if they do, we should give them the Medal of Freedom to our law enforcement? This violates the law. This violence against law enforcement must end, and we will not be deterred by rioters. Law and order will prevail. This is what we call...
So this is, and it's good that they snapped back on this. This is just a blatant mischaracterization that we're seeing in the new, all over the damn place. This is the mischaracterization. blind protester dragged and detained by the feds, and they picked the weakest person that they thought that they could possibly find. Yeah, and then it turns out that they've been obstructing, they've been blocking driveways, so people couldn't enter or exit the building. They've been blatantly they're disobeying law enforcement to remain off federal property. They've been yelling, "I hope somebody kills you." Like, you leave out the entire other end of the story, and you mischaracterize it with the fact that he's blind, right? This is what we're dealing with. It's just blatant mischaracterization of what's actually happening out there to appeal to your frickin' your morals, your ethics. It's just manipulation.
Officers and detainees. He blatantly disobeyed law enforcement orders and remained off federal block property. Does the Oregonian plan to also report this individual yelled he hopes that somebody kills you guys, and if they do, we should give them the Medal of Freedom to our law enforcement? This violates the law. This violence against law enforcement must end, and we will not be deterred by rioters. Law and order will prevail. This is what we call based as fuck. Yeah, cook.
Yeah, it's just a constant battle down there that they're dealing with.
You just hit me. You just don't you fucking tell me what to do. You fucking cunt. No, man. This is not your fucking property.
This is not your property, he yells at ICE agents in a federal building. No!
Yeah.
Look at this fucking guy. Activate the midgets.
Hey, assholes!
That guy's a very obvious cloud chaser. Like, professional victim cloud chaser. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh, that dude's on the line. I hope somebody kills you guys, Antifa Penguin had to say.
If they do, we should give them the Medal of Freedom.
Yeah, that's an incitement of violence. Jail! I'm really glad that we're finally doing this.
You have no idea how much I would like to beat the fucking shit out of you.
All right. Arrest the bald old baby.
Yeah. Remember, see, I was just characterized. My statement was based off of only seeing 10 seconds of this person. But now, boy, do I feel fucking vindicated in that. Yeah.
Trans Tifa taking another L.
Remember when I said professional victim? He has a pacifier in his mouth.
All right.
Like I can't wait to beat your ass.
Arrest the bald old baby. Trans Tifa taking
I mean, if
another
nothing
L.
else, this guy's fucking farming. He has a child's toy and a pacifier in his mouth now.
Yep.
Don't talk.
Yeah, see, like, I'm really glad that we're talking about this because for a very long time I've been explaining to you, my my understanding. This is the woke caste system, as you can see, where like, so furry trans man in diaper and binky is obviously S tier, right? So trans Muslim.
Oh wow, yeah, okay. So no, I get this. Hold up. Okay, yep. Furry trans man, the diaper and the binky definitely does put them up at the very tippity top right here. Yeah, that's like supreme being as far as the woke caste system goes. Then of course you're trans and you're Muslim, right? Of course, and then cripples and gay. Yep, that makes sense. And then yeah, okay. And of course down at the very bottom they have white women, Jews, and then straight white. Yeah, I can. Sorry, you can see. Yeah, I can get behind this.
Is A tier, obviously straight white men at the bottom. So this is very important because as you can see, I have cripples over here. So blind people definitely, they're at least B tier on the caste system, but this is a cripple technically with a diaper and binky. So technically, this person is like, I guess, averages out to
probably A tier.
So
yeah,
I mean, I'll be real here. We're moving up in the world. Like,
I mean, but to be fair, how much do you want to bet this guy's also a furry, right? Like, let's pull some hard drives here. I'm just saying. Like, I just, there's too many points along the line to not rule this one out.
Understanding exactly why this person became a martyr for the woke.
And kind of plain evil, honestly.
Yeah, that's good.
These people suck.
Do not block.
Uh-oh, on the line. And they picked up Danny the Mexican and they hauled him away. Bye. Bye.
Calm down. Okay, calm down.
Calm down, you angry little bald woman.
There's nothing in my socks, dumbass. My feet are too small. The fuck do you think I'm gonna put in there? God, you guys are dumb.
No, I can't believe they would arrest this innocent man.
What? Hey, what? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Oh!
Okay. Well, hopefully that's not a problem. Definitely gonna have to fucking cut that out. Like, the fact that he throws that slur too is just, and this is the people, this is who the fucking left is like using to characterize that ICE is mistreating people. This guy throwing around the N-word, like...
Oh my, oh me, oh my, what a terrible day. Anyway, so as you can see, the Mexican gnome was arrested. Terrible day for gnomes. It's not easy, but anywho, so this is the new hero of the woke left. That's right. They also added blind for some reason. Talking about this riot. Anyway, as you can see, things are not going well. This is ICE raiding a flea market in Chicago, arresting a dozen people. Do not. Day. Anyway, so as you can see, the Mexican gnome was arrested. Terrible day for gnomes. It's not easy, but anywho, so this is
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. I'm not actually sure if the guy is blind. It doesn't seem to be. 351.
yeah, that's an incitement of violence. Jail and fate the midget.
Hey, assholes!
No, obviously not. He's got his fucking phone and like he's using his phone right here.
Hey, assholes!
He's got it right up to his face, so he's probably like vision challenged, but he's not even blind. So the whole fucking thing was just a lie. He's not even blind. He's just an asshole. Here? Yeah.
Well, this is ICE raiding a flea market in Chicago, arresting a dozen people. Now, you might argue that this is horrible, that they're just pulling people off the streets. I would argue that this is actually fucking awesome, and they're illegal in the country, and they should leave. Bye! Bye-bye! Round up!
Now, I'm going to note here, they are very specifically only going after one person and trying to control the situation. They have security surrounding him. Like, this is very obviously they're trying to get this gentleman, and they're trying to, and they have other officers, you know, trying to keep the situation safe.
Bye! Bye-bye! Round them up! Bye!
I'm going to be honest, this looks clean. How is this a video that they're using to, like, negatively reinforce this sort of thing? Like, how is this a negative video? They literally go in and they do their job. They don't have to like, there's no violence whatsoever. The guy goes in, he just,
Yeah, anyway, I'm really glad we're doing
he gets picked up, you know, they escort him out, no issues. This is how it should happen. Like, this is clean. You know, they found, they know that the person's illegal, they go in, they take him out. Simple as that.
I'm really happy. Now, I'm going to make this video mostly because of this. So the Department of Homeland Security got into drama. The Department of Homeland Security got into a little bit of drama, let's just say, and it got pretty heated, and the youths, specifically of a specific...
Why are these people not put in jail? Huh? What? Like, what are we actually doing here? Look at this shit. My fucking big ass noodles in the way. How, like, genuinely, just arrest these people. Just arrest these people. This is fucking calling to violence, very blatantly and brazenly so.
Ethnic background are very unhappy. But before we get too deep into the lore, I want to say that ICE has officially arrested Melody from Hunter x Hunter. That's right. Melody is now in permanent confinement for protesting against ICE agents. They got her, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, ICE decided to post this video. It's a TikTok about a couple of youths of nebulous ethnic background. They appear to be very dark white people, dark-skinned white people. It appears to be, at least from me, I can't personally tell race based on how they look. But some dark-skinned white people seemed to have said this: ICE were on the way, word on the street, cartels put a 50K bounty on y'all, essentially saying, we're coming to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm not going to play music because I get copyrighted. So, the worst mask of all time is the one that you film yourself putting on. Definitely one of the least intelligent dark-skinned white people I've seen. We're in the streets. Word on the street is they put a 50K bounty on y'all. As you can see, this is it's a little gang of sorts, a gang of dark-skinned white people that are doing this. So this small little gang of dark-skinned white people are essentially threatening the lives of,
Right, like, this is such a fucking self-report. You have all their faces. You have their IP address. Just go arrest them. It's that easy. You could just immediately subpoena freaking TikTok or whatever, get their IPs. Just go arrest them. This is a call to violence against a police officer agency. Like, this is a government agency. What are we doing? This is very, very obviously fucking call to violence. I think we just need to be way more forward about this. If you platform calling to violence, you should just be arrested. Period.
well, ICE agents. It's just an unruly gang of neighbors. Fafo, you threaten.
Because like this is all just cloud chasing, right? They're just fucking they're virtue signaling to try and get a little clout because their community is very anti-ICE right now. But at the end of the day, what it's doing is it's calling to people to violence. This is basically a soundboard or like a projector for the $50,000 bounty, shit. This is advertising a $50,000 bounty. This might as well be them offering the money, right? They're advertising it. So it's the same thing.
To lay hands on our law enforcement officers, we will hunt you down and you will find out real quick. We'll see you cowards soon. Peace! I'm so happy we're taking threats of violence online as actual violence or as actual threats. We're actually counting this seriously.
I want to see the video of these fuckers specifically being arrested. Let's see the fucking aftermath, Fafo. Like, for real. You put out the video of these people specifically being arrested, the cause and effect of this shit, and I guarantee the hateful and violent rhetoric on the internet will suddenly start to go down.
Seriously, and we can no longer live in a society where you have people celebrating murders and condoning murders and inciting murders. This is
it's the exact same shit that was happening with Charlie Kirk. People like glorifying and incentivizing murder. It's the exact same shit again. And again, we need to condemn it and condemn all the people doing it. When you advocate for murder, you need to not only be deplatformed, but you should probably be arrested.
not acceptable actually at all. And the violence against...
And like, anytime a platform exists that is like making money off of advocating for violence, it will become a very powerful entity, right? Because the moment that it becomes monetized as this advocation of violence, it will become multiplicatively larger. So like anytime where you see a channel that is large that makes an advocation of violence and they start making money off of that, it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy of sorts where they will just continue to churn out violent rhetoric. It's a slippery slope kind of thing. You see the success from it and you continue to do it.
ICE that is up 1,000% is absolutely unacceptable. Now, John Harwood, one of these journalist people who came out here and decided to say racist Trump administration altered the video for the purpose of frightening white people. No morals, no integrity, no honesty, essentially trying to show a post, I thought that I had the post up, saying that they altered the original TikTok and added these words. He's saying that they added the words onto the TikTok when in actuality this wasn't the real TikTok. And it's to frighten white people of black people. Now, the Department of Homeland Security followed up saying we have the receipts. This young man posted violent threats of murder against our law enforcement. He then deleted it when he got called out and attempted to deny all wrongdoing. We have the receipts and the internet is forever.
And there it fucking is. This needs to get retweeted a couple thousand times. Oh, 9. Okay, yeah, let me get on. I'm gonna get on there and do that myself. Yeah, this is the shit. We have the receipts. Yeah, they have the proof. They posted the proof. They didn't let this call out stand, and this needs to be a full-time job. Them just fucking calling out these people that are mischaracterizing their actions and showing the receipts. This will return faith to the people that the Department of Homeland Security is doing the right thing. when they go and they show the receipts, they're more than happy to show, like, no, this is what is going on. You know, we're happy to show when we do our, we do this shit. So I think it's good that they're very actively combating this, the online perception towards them.
The willful ignorance and the intentional blindness by leading Democrats to this massive increase in violent rhetoric against our agents due to their actions is both disgusting and disappointing.
What a beautiful word. Like, I love that. The willful ignorance and intentional blindness by leading Democrats to the massive increase in violent rhetoric against our agents due to their actions is both disgusting and disappointing. So, like, it's just to carry the first of this. The willful ignorance and intentional blindness that is leading leftists to this massive increase in violent rhetoric. Like I said, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like willful ignorance and intentional blindness by certain parties, but it's being willfully done by willful participation by the people that are using the violent rhetoric. They know very well what they're doing, and they're capitalizing on it. They're making money off of it.
Agents and officers must stop. As you can see, here is an actual screenshot of the TikTok. ICE were on our way, and as you can see over here, notice the different background clothing in the video. ICE were on our way, and notice this one, because this is what they claimed was the original video. You see what we can do? Don't say something that, yeah, finish Iran. We are ready. United, we all stand. We want all the smoke. And they claimed that this was the reality. They claimed that the reality of the TikTok was this, and that the White House altered the post to look like this. But if you pay attention even for a second, the background here is not the same as the background here, because they're actually two completely separate videos. They're completely separate videos. The Department of Homeland Security hits with the receipts and says that, no, these people actually are real, and all these fucking journalists that are making believe it's not real are running defense for terrorism. They absolutely are, and there's really no two ways to talk about it. So let's see what they had to say about it. As you can see, this is the Assistant Department of Homeland Security Secretary, Trisha McLaughlin, talking about the thugs that are threatening ICE agents.
Good. Look at this. We've referred this to the FBI. He says he was hacked. Immediately after he's called out for threatening ICE agents, he said he got hacked. Yeah, okay, buddy.
Trisha McLaughlin talking about the thugs that are threatening ICE agents.
What a fucking joke.
Meme. People said it was a meme and a joke when these young men said they were going to attack ICE and get a bounty on the heads of ICE. And it was a clip that was going viral over the weekend, but it's this guy.
Hey, welcome back. That's good.
ICE, and Department of Homeland Security did not take this as a joke. Can you give the status of this?
There were two separate narratives
you can't
going
take this
on.
as a
It
joke.
was the Eric Swalwells of the world were tweeting about this. There were even some USA Today journalists tweeting about this. First, they were saying, the left was saying, that we had doctored this video and changed it from an Iranian message video to anti-ICE, that we had doctored it ourselves. And then the second narrative from the influencer, the guy who posted this video, was that, oh, he was hacked. So after he gets called out from the Department of Homeland Security for threatening ICE agents with violence, then suddenly he says he was hacked. So we referred this to the FBI, and so we'll check on the status with them. But the fact of the matter is that these politicians like Eric Swalwell and Dan Goldman, who both—
I mean, the reality is the FBI can very easily see if he was hacked. Like, you can very easily, somebody that's savvy with computers can very easily tell the difference. And the platform themselves could also shed light on that, because obviously if it was like a hacking situation, the IP addresses would probably reflect differently.
This and threatening to haul Secretary Noem in front of Congress for this video are so willfully blind to the fact that there is violent threats against our law enforcement, and go so far as to create these fake narratives to cover up for these thugs.
Straight facts. And they'll run defense for these people who are directly inciting violence against ICE, but then they will cry that there were some Republicans that had a group chat where they made jokes about Hitler. Can we please all condemn the group chat? Harry Sisson wants you to condemn the group chat. He was pooped on by Donald Trump, and he has been forever affected by this. Can we please condemn the group chat? I just want to make this very clear just for a second in case you don't understand what I'm referring to. Just in case you don't get it. I don't care
Republican
about the group chat. I don't care about the group chat. I do not care about the group chat. All right, I want to make this very clear, and I want to make it exhaustingly clear. I don't care about the group chat. Okay? Do not care about the group chat. The group chat actually means very little to me. Okay? Chat.
You'll note that on 9/11, This is a massive spike in Reddit comments. By the way, Reddit has become a massive leftist echo chamber. It's just disgusting. I had to turn off fucking my Reddit notifications. It's just so annoying anymore. All I was getting was just, and it's not even like genuine democratic like arguments or, you know, like the fucking for politics. It's not even politics. I don't mind politics. No, it's just like gross mischaracterizations and misrepresentations of things just to try and you know, incite people against the right. That's the problem. Like, if they ever come with a, you know, an informed situation, I'm more than happy to read political arguments, but it's never that. It's never that on that shit platform. So I stopped really going on there. It's kind of just sealing the deal really with me, because like I've already had a bunch of problems before with just stupid, stupid moderation of certain freaking Reddit communities, and it's just being further reinforced by how annoying and obnoxious the notifications are if you have that app on your phone. It's just constant fucking anti-Trump orange man bad bullshit.
The group chat actually means very little to me. Okay? I don't care about the group chat. I don't, actually, at all. I don't care about the group chat. Okay? I don't care that guys made jokes about Hitler in a group chat, to be real. In fact, I care about the group chat so little, I'm going to keep bringing this up as often as I possibly can. That is how little I care about the group chat. All right? All right, this is where we're at. I don't care about the group chat. So anyway, I actually care a lot more about this kind of thing. But anyway, you can keep yapping, you can keep crying and caring. I don't care about the group chat. So anywho, moving on.
So yeah, I mean, again, they posted a video that said, ICE, we're on our way. The streets and cartels put a $50,000 bounty on you. And it's a photo of them standing, presumably in a manner that says, we're going to go attack ICE agents and kill them for money.
Yeah, absolutely. So happy to give you an update as far as from the FBI and the DOJ, but we're not backing down on this. This wasn't a joke. This wasn't some hack. The evidence will show otherwise. We have the receipts.
W. Anyway,
there it is.
That's where we're at. That is where we're at.
Yeah, it's like I said, they can so easily find that out. You can't just, this is just the state of willful ignorance as well on the internet, where people think that they're anonymous. They're not. Nobody's anonymous on the internet. If you think you are, if you think you have like actual privacy, you're just sadly delusional. If you post shit online, not only is it forever, but they will and can figure out where you are and how it was posted. Always. It's not even that hard.
This is a real video posted by people really threatening ICE agents, and they really should go to jail.
And it's like people that think that, you know, using a VPN or that, you know, hackers have ways to work around these things. This is what these people do, okay? The Department of Homeland Security, you guarantee they have a team of people that are very, very good at locating where posts come from online. Just gonna say that that's obviously the case.
For it, and I really want to see people actually starting to get these people absolutely cooked. I want to jail people that are inciting political violence, violence against police officers, because it's a crime, and I actually want crimes to actually get punished. I don't care if the ghetto Power Rangers feel differently. I, unlike the ghetto Power Rangers, want them in jail, okay? I don't care how dark their white skin is. Okay, now let's make this clear. This is Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles, and here's what she had to say.
In addition to undocumented individuals being detained, we also know that legal residents, people who were attending court hearings, were detained, and we now know that there is evidence of over 170 U.S. citizens who have been.
Anytime there's a translator on screen, I can't help but watch their facial expressions while they're doing, you know, they're signing. This guy is more facially expressive than Asmongold while he's signing. It's very, I love it. Watch this guy.
People who were attending court hearings were detained, and we now know that there is evidence of over 170 U.S. citizens who have been detained.
For the record, those guys were violent against police officers, partaking in violent riots. That's not ICE. Look at how she conflates ICE deporting illegal invaders of our country and Americans getting detained. She puts it in the same sentence to make it sound like ICE is just going out scooping up whoever they possibly can. To make it clear, what she is referring to 170 alleged terrorists that got detained for assaulting police officers and vandalizing police cars. All right? No, this is not at all the same thing. And look how she puts it in the same sentence.
And it's important that we say today that what is happening to undocumented immigrants is also happening to U.S. citizens.
Except it's literally not. You know why? Because not a single U.S. citizen was deported. If you actually look at the stats, it didn't happen a single time. If it would have happened, it would have been the only thing on the media. But it literally didn't happen.
Which means that this can
Yeah, I'm going to agree. If ever there was an instance of a genuine U.S. citizen that got deported by ICE, you know that it would be everywhere on social media. And the left would die on that hill. The problem is it hasn't happened.
happen to anyone.
No, it can't. It could only
So they
happen
have to, what they have to do is they have to mischaracterize appropriate arrests into making them seem like they're inappropriate.
people that are violent against police officers.
To all of us at any period of time.
Except it can't. And this is literal fear-mongering, and you're essentially trying to get your community and your people to be violent against ICE because they feel like they could get arrested at any point.
Yeah, anybody that's appropriately either a citizen or a legal immigrant has no concerns. That's not a problem. As like, you know, I'm a legal immigrant. I have no problems. I have my permanent residency all situated. I pay my dues, and it's, it's a process to get through to this state of legal citizen or legal residency. But I did the shit the way you're supposed to do it. Like I said, I don't have any sympathy for this shit. It's just like part of being an adult, You got to get your driver's license. You got to fucking pay your dues, your taxes. Yeah, and if you got to deal with citizenship status. If you just decide not to, that's a problem. Yeah, it's going to eventually catch up with you. It's just like willfully not abiding by the laws of where you're at.
Time, this is fear-mongering and it's evil. And I think this is almost calling for violence because essentially what do you do against that? So Stephen Miller, based Jew on apparently the Nazi Jew on Trump's team, apparently, according to the leftoids, says abject lies, retweeted by JD Vance. Abject lies, violent leftists have been arrested and charged with illegally obstructing federal law enforcement, a felony. Let that sink in. Open borders Democrats have incited leftists to violently attack ICE. 1000% accurate. No lie.
I love in the freeze frame he's got here with the translator, with the signer again over here. Just the facial expression keeps cracking me up on that guy.
Detected, based, bald, Jewish, Nazi, according to the leftists. I'm just saying, what could I say? I hate to be that guy, but apparently what can we do? That's what the leftists have called him, and that's where we're at. So, anywho, based as fuck. I'm really glad that these people are actually going to jail. Now, this is a clip of Chicago finally releasing the footage of an attack on Kathleen Miles by an individual of nebulous ethnic background. Obviously, I can't show it to you, but we personally, I am surprised that this thug who was previously based as fuck. I'm really glad that these people are actually going to jail. Now, this is
Jesus.
A clip of Chicago finally releasing the footage of an attack on Kathleen Miles by an individual of nebulous ethnic background. Obviously, I can't show it to you, but we personally, I am surprised that this thug who was previously charged with assaulting 4 women in 2022 is out in public. This is such a surprise. I would think that if someone assaulted 4 women in 2022, he'd be in jail. But no, that does not appear to be the case because no one hates women as much as the left these days. Left hates women, it seems. Now, another thing that the folk have been crashing out about is the fact that government shutdown is happening and it's taking away their SNAP benefits.
It's literally not, though. Right, that was one of the things that they addressed right away. It was they said that SNAP benefits, food stamps are not going to cease. Any benefits for elders and things like that. Like, they addressed this directly.
This is a bit of epic foreshadowing for a future video that I'm working on. Essentially, the Democrats voted to shut down the government, and the government shut down, and SNAP benefits are now being held back. So obviously, this has angered the Black Queens.
Donald.
I don't even know if that's true.
J. Trump. I'm gonna tell you just like this. What the fuck you mean? Who ain't getting that goddamn food stamps to goddamn November?
Who voted to shut down the government? The left. The Democrats. Literally. They voted to shut down the government, and Gorlock the Destroyer shows up and starts getting all mad that the Democrats are fighting against their own people.
Cause I'm getting my goddamn shit. I don't know about the rest of you motherfuckers, but I'm getting my...
So this will incentivize further stealing, which will further justify and normalize this already rampant trend that we're seeing in our freaking our storefronts, right? Where we're seeing this massive uptrend in theft already because of the reseller market. And which communities do you think are going to suffer from that the most?
my shit, cause I'm gonna tell you just like this on Jesus Lamar motherfucking Christ. I will be at motherfucking Walmart with my steel toes on and my motherfucking helmet, and I dare a bitch try to stop me from walking out that motherfucking store with my groceries.
Threat of violence and stealing, question mark?
Baby, I'm 250 pounds solid. Baby, you want to see a human motherfucking bulldozer, baby? Because that's what the fuck I'm going to turn into if you think you going to stop me from leaving out that goddamn store with my motherfucking monthly.
Do you understand what we're doing, by the way? Do we understand what we're dealing with? Think about how insane this is. All right, so Trump wants to reopen the government.
I can't even take this seriously. It almost acts... It feels like she's acting like a character. I don't know if it's just like this is her platformed image or what it is, but this just seems so disingenuously over the top, just for the sake of, like, you know, quote unquote being entertaining.
Leftoids vote to shut down the government. They shut down the government.
No, so though that could just be how she is.
They blame Trump because obviously they do, even though they literally voted to shut it down. This 250-pound job of the bitch shows up and decides to make actual threats of violence and theft, and swears on Jesus Lamar Christ's name that this 250-pound of solid Karen is going to destroy you.
Groceries that I get every goddamn month. I ain't bothering no goddamn body, okay? Why the fuck is y'all bothering me and my goddamn food?
I don't know. Blame the Democrats that voted to shut down the government. Also, look, I shouldn't speak too much. I feel like if I speak too much, people are gonna get upset at me. But I'm not a big fan of the whole culture where everyone's so complacent. Really? You're so complacent that you're entitled. You believe you deserve these government benefits. You should be saying thank you every single day. This entitled bitch, entitled to my tax dollars. Well, I personally am actually very happy that the government was shut down for the last... I'm just saying. I am just saying. I am actually pretty happy.
I would say that, if nothing else, this governmental shutdown has really put on blast the fact that we could probably shave a lot of governmental staff and get away with it. You know? The fact that largely most people have seen zero effect from this, you know, that kind of says something. I would say that that's they're self-reporting by shutting the government down for so long and allowing the people to see that, well, nothing really changed. I feel like this freeze frame is perfect, by the way. They addressed this snap. They addressed this with the governmental shutdown. I'll have to look into this a little. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do Grok. So no, they're not being held back. Okay, so the government is currently in a shutdown in early October 2025 following the failure to pass a funding bill by September 30th. While October's SNAP food stamp benefits have generally been issued as normal across the states since they're pre-funded, many states are warning that November benefits could be delayed or halted entirely. This is posturing. Okay, this is posturing. This has not happened. It is posturing. That is what I guarantee this is like leftist fucking, mayors or what have you that are saying like, guys, if the fucking government doesn't, if they don't turn the freaking money back on, then you guys aren't getting your food stamps. That's what this is. This is them fear-mongering with the fucking SNAP benefits. The reality is that SNAP has not ended. People have still collected their SNAP with no problems. So they're creating a problem that isn't there, isn't going to happen, and they're, you know, being dramatic about it. So it's like, do a little bit of homework. How long did this take? I pulled up Grok, I searched it, and I found the answer in fucking, what, 10 seconds? That's a hell of a better approach than this. You know, like, people that you get your politics from your friends, do a little homework. If somebody says some shit that seems wild, fucking look it up. Do your homework. Because a lot of people, they just hear shit and then they parrot it. And then you get that, you know, you get that, the telephone game shit that happens from person to person to person to person. And eventually you end up with just some crazy shit and a mischaracterization and a misunderstanding of the situation that does, you know, make people get excited. I guarantee she got, you know, gassed up by all her girlfriends and all that about making this video. Oh yeah, they're taking away our food stamps. That's bullshit. Fuck Orange Man, right? That's what led to this. So it's people not actually understanding the situation and not doing their own homework that are allowing themselves to get freaking gaslit by their friends that are also ignorant of the real situation, and they create a little echo chamber, and suddenly you have this.
Happy about this government shutdown. It just goes to prove that we actually don't need most of the government.
Yeah, true.
I'm just so tired of his big back, bald head, cradle cap.
Except it's literally not him, it's the leftists.
Having ass. Shaped like a motherfucking penguin, any motherfucking way, albino motherfucking walrus looking ass. I'm sick of him.
I love how
And this is it. This is the root cause here. This is why she skipped from A to C and didn't do any actual homework, is because Orange Man bad.
she's insulting people's appearances over here.
Like, it's gonna
Just let me violate the 10 Commandments in peace. I may look like a beluga whale, but I am a beluga whale with a helmet.
be an episode of goddamn Snap if y'all turn them goddamn Snap benefits off. I can tell you that.
Yeah, anyway, so, we found an MK Ultra victim today in chat. No one expected this to show up, but yeah. So anyway, the fatigue has been rising on multiple fronts. Not only on the fronts of, ghetto women shouting and screaming about how they are entitled to your money and then blaming Trump and threatening violence, but there's also ghetto Power Rangers that are also inciting violence against ICE officers, and currently they are getting absolutely obliterated by the FBI. Now, I wanted to look at some black on black violence today. So the Black Conservative Perspective YouTube channel decided to cover a lot of the ghetto Power Ranger.
Oh, good. I love this guy.
And what's been going on with them. So I wanted to take a look at this because personally I think it's very funny, because apparently the guy that made the TikTok that's getting arrested by the government now, that dude responded. So lock in, boys and girls. We're on for a bumpy ride.
Hey y'all, have y'all seen this? Christine and ICE have basically posted this video and took this verbiage on here, basically saying that these young black men are calling for a bounty on ICE's head.
Right.
Problem is, that's not what the video is about. This young man made this video about over a month or so ago, and in his video, it actually shows this, where they're talking about Iran.
Right. Except that's a different video.
However, Homeland Security...
Yeah, it's so, and this is a very common thing you'll see on content creators. When something does well, they'll do it again and again and again and again. It's especially more popular, I feel like, on TikTok, where, you know, when something hits, they'll recreate a lot of the elements of the exact same video. So I would say that this original one, whatever the video to do with Iran, probably did really well. So they recreated all the circumstances, the framing, you know, the font and all that bullshit to try and again capitalize on the same, like, the same algorithm.
Team.
We're about to break this down. We're gonna break this down. Someone told me that they really don't like that I judge books by their cover, so I'm gonna proceed to judge more books by their cover. All right, let's get rid of this this list, the caste system, because this is important. All right, this is I'm gonna have to teach you how to spot something a little diabolical.
We're about to play tic-tac-toe again.
All right, so first, wingtip glasses. All right, that is a red flag. All right, that's a red flag. All right. Second, what the fuck is this? All right, if you're trying to be quirky and cool, that is not gonna go. What's going on here? All right, what's this all about? All right, what are these? What are these anomalies? All right, this is obviously not good. All right, we obviously need to look into this a little bit deeper. All right, there's something to speak about here, and I personally don't approve. I personally think that there's something we need to look into here on a deeper level. Thank you for coming out. This is a 7 out of 10 threat level that we are dealing with right here. Anyway,
took his video, must have scouring TikTok for videos, took his video, used AI to take off the words he had on it, and put these words on it to make it look as if these black young men are saying they have a bounty on ICE's head.
All right, so that's your fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that DHS posted this deepfake AI-generated video of black teens threatening ICE?
All right, so again, I'm not trying to be rude here or anything, but we're gonna have to do a bit of a deep dive here. We have to understand exactly what we're up against. I'm not trying to make any enemies. Just
Wait
trying
a
to make
second.
friends in unexpected places.
Wait a
That's what
second.
we're up here for. All right, so let's look at this seriously for a second. Could this close? Thank you. All right, so let's look at this seriously. All right.
Okay, wait. There's another layer here. There's another layer that we need to discuss. Hold on. Am I seeing things, or this dude's mustache is two capybaras kissing? Right? Like, I can't be the only one that sees this. Anyhow, I'm sorry. Side tangent.
So let's try to break this down for a second. So let's see. So obviously the first red flag
Right?
is a nose ring, but it's also a nose ring on a man, which makes it even worse.
I'm just saying.
Obviously this is even worse. What the fuck is going on here? You left a sticker on the bottom of the snapback that you have all the way back. That's also a bit scary. So obviously not as bad as the last candidate. 5 out of 10 danger level over here. Obviously, we have to keep seeing for more. We'll have to keep checking.
Putting in danger the life of the real black teen who posted the original video. So DHS posted this fake video saying that black teens are planning to hurt ICE with the caption FAFO to the black teens. This whole video is AI. It was remade.
Except it's literally not.
Made from this.
So do you understand how the fear mongering goes? Like, look at how insane the fear mongering is. Like, recognize how ridiculous the fear mongering is.
I mean, I understand why their narrative is like this, because that's what it looks like from the way that the lies were told to them, right? So the guy put the video out, the governmental entity reacted to it, the guy immediately deleted the content and then reframed the story, saying that no, that he got hacked. This is an AI rework of the content. And then, DHS actually posted the receipts of the original video. So what needs to happen in these circumstances is just a retraction. Okay? It's okay to be wrong in these circumstances. The way it looked, it probably did look bad without the receipts on the other side, because he deleted the video. And it looked like that the government, the DHS was making shit up. So it does look bad, but when you do this shit and then the other party does provide the receipts and does prove that what they're saying is true, you got to be able to take, to eat that L and be like, okay, I was I was misinformed. I made the wrong opinion. So it's just sad that people just can't ever step backwards on anything like this. They can't ever walk anything back on, people are going to get wrong opinions sometimes. The shit happens. You just got to be able to take new information and, change your opinion based off of that.
Like, these people are literally posting TikToks. I'm not even joking. Posting TikToks talking about how it's secretly a deepfake, and this is threatening the lives of random black people. What?
Creator jokingly telling Iran.
Like, the other craziest part is, there are thousands of calls for violence coming from the leftoids on the internet. We see them all the time. All the time. Why would the Department of Homeland Security make one up? There are thousands to choose from.
Yeah.
Not to mess with the U.S. So the original video was
that is a very good point. They did not need to make they don't have to make this shit up. There's so much of it out there. Why would they make it up? It's readily available. There's so many instances of it happening that they could point out. So why create a fake one when there's real ones, plethoras, lots of instances of real calls to violence against ICE that they can use? That just doesn't make any sense.
kind of patriotic, but somebody online took that video and remade it to scare white people into thinking that black teens had joined the radical left's assault on law enforcement.
And you see, the reason why this is ridiculous is because I've never heard.
Now, I'd like you, with this new information, that the video is in fact real, think about his words here. The fact that this was in fact a call to violence. This was in fact, people anti-ICE call to violence. This is what this truly was. And then think about his words here.
and remade it
Oh
to scare
my.
white people into thinking that black teens had joined the radical left.
To scare white people into thinking that black teens had joined the radical left's assault on law. So if the video is actually true, then that means I'll let you guys. You can draw the line on that one.
Assault on law enforcement.
And you see, the reason why this is ridiculous is because I've never heard of a black teen being violent before. So this is changing the entire dynamic here. As someone that's never heard of a black teen being violent, this obviously opened my eyes to a whole new level of racism, because black teens are known for being inherently unviolent people. Violence was introduced to black teens just last week. Before last week, there haven't been violent black teens, and now everything changed.
Thing that is not happening, it is actually happening the other way around, where ICE is attacking us for $50,000 bounties.
What? ICE is not attacking
$50,000 bounties.
What? This is an employment bonus because they're being attacked. This is a very fucking dangerous job. So yeah, they're incentivizing the position of, like, they did the same thing when you deployed overseas during Operation Iraqi Freedom, by the way. You know, when we were at war, people got there were bonuses to enlist. Like, of course. What do you mean? When you have a job title or job position that is inherently dangerous, of course you're going to offer a fucking bonus to that type of, like, what are we even talking about? This isn't. And how is it they're actually doing it to attack us? Are you an illegal immigrant?
Actually happening the other way around, where ICE is attacking us for $50,000 bounties.
What? ICE is not attacking you for fucking bounties, okay? They're deporting illegals because that's the job, and they're arresting terrorists because that's also the job.
People are trying to make excuses, trying to say that DHS was also fooled by the fake video, which makes absolutely no sense. This is
boy. Like a fake video, and it was just a real video.
Wait, so we gotta talk about more lies.
Yeah, baby.
Blue and on conspiracy.
All right, I love watching this guy.
All right, hold on. I need to make me smaller. Yeah, we got to share some screen real estate with Nux. Here, I'm gonna look like I'm in his, like, lapel pocket here. Yeah, a little pocket YL. I have like this. Yeah, there, perfect.
Talk about these topics. Like, this is my favorite kind of black on black violence. I love the black conservative perspective. This guy's great.
Theories coming from the left, okay? Because when you don't have any facts to back up your claims, you just lie and you make stuff up, right? You smear.
But the left lies and makes stuff up? That's ridiculous. That's another conspiracy theory. I want to make this clear.
This guy watches way too much of Son Piker. Like, that's not actually a normal leftist thing, okay? It's just certain leftists.
This is another conspiracy theory. Let's make this completely and utterly and perfectly clear. Black teenagers committing crimes and the left making things up are two of the obvious, most blatant untruths I've ever heard. But now I just want to understand. I want to show you what we're getting at here. All right, it's only fair to do this properly, okay? And I am a beacon of fairness in society.
Okay.
So as you can see, this is the black conservative perspective over here. As you can see,
I'm gonna be real. Just looks like, honestly, this guy looks a lot like me. In that, like, you know, he's just got the plain tee on. He's got a little bit of facial hair going on, but he keeps it clean. He's got a backwards snapback on. I don't do a backwards snapback too much, but I've been known.
No nose rings, no tattoos on his face. We got no cringe stickers all over his hat. This is 0 out of 10 threat level, based as fuck. We love him.
Yeah.
Notice what we're talking about.
Here, the Trump administration is racist because the Trump administration is calling out and bringing attention to individuals who think that it's funny to threaten ICE agents, right? Which is what happened to this black teenager who posted this video of what appears.
It's just really sickening, the, like, clout chasing circle jerk that we have online now for glorifying the anti-ICE sentiment. It's so fucking sick. Because, like, there's basically a massive money funnel now in, you know, social media towards advocating violence against our police officers and our governmental agencies. There are people that are getting paid good money now by different social media things to advocate violence. And it's like I was talking about before, that shit is self-fulfilling. It will just reproduce itself when, you know, this shit works.
To be a threat towards ICE, okay? This individual.
Let these hoes on my dick because I'm feeling
like. Saying ICE were on the way. Word in the streets, cartels put a 50K
Oh,
bounty on.
my foot's numb. I lie. I'm sorry. My foot is freaking numb. I didn't notice until. Oh, jeez. All right, posture check, fam. I did not realize that my whole ass foot went numb. Uh-oh. All right, perfect.
On y'all. Now, again, this sounds like a threat. That's what it sounds like to me.
It is a threat. It is absolutely a threat. Of course it is, obviously. And they got around doing this unpunished forever.
If you talk about a bounty, yeah, I mean, they're saying that the cartels put a 50K bounty on ICE, okay? So, Department of Homeland Security picked up on this and replied, said, F around, find out. If you threaten or lay hands on our law enforcement officers, we will hunt you down and you will find out really quick. We'll see you, coward. So, yeah, so.
Damn, Base. He's like, dude, this guy sounding more and more like a white supremacist every day.
DHS got a whole lot of backlash because you have a black teenager, right, that is making threats, and DHS exposes black teenager for the world to see, right? And now, again, you have people, liberals, leftists, boohoo-whining, crying, racism, right? They're putting the target on the back of black teenagers, right?
But you see, this is completely insane because black teenagers are known to have never done anything wrong, like ever, like statistically, like they're literally preying after possibly some of the most upstanding citizens in modern society, like just statistically. And this is horrible. It's horrible.
This is what they're boohoo-whining, crying about. And the most hilarious part about all this.
Oh, I'm in the wrong section. Does Nux have his own category yet? Nuxanor? No? No Nux Taku? No, no. All right, well, we'll give it time. Yeah, sure. That works.
Is that, once again, they're making up these far-left, blue anon conspiracy theories about how ICE AI edited a video, right, and made it seem like these young black teenagers were threatening ICE when that's not actually
insane.
What they were doing. No, what they were actually
crazy.
doing is that they were displaying a patriotic message, right? That's what they were actually doing.
They were dressed like this, pledging allegiance to the flag, and DHS decided to AI edit the video.
According to the far left blue anon conspiracy theories, right? This is the theory they put out here. Take a look.
Hey fam, so the Department of Homeland Security, Christina.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? She's like a Joy Reid. This is like a journalist. She's coming. This is a journalist, dude. Journalists don't deserve human rights. I'm just saying, journalists absolutely do not deserve human rights. All right, let's do a deep dive. Let's do a deep dive.
No.
Sorry, judging a book by its cover. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. That's what we do here. That's what we do. People say don't profile people. I disagree. I think profiling is based as fuck. I do honestly. Like, they dress this way, it's for me to judge, obviously. All right, so we got fur coat situation going on. It's literally not even cold out. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We got this bald. All right, so bald, obviously that's a threat. But also the little amounts of hair that we actually have is dyed blonde or bleached or whatever the fuck. We got unnaturally long nails going on. So we have a lot to look at here. Obviously.
Yeah,
a lot to look at.
she's got the bird talons.
A lot to look at. Gigantic forehead. This is obviously something going on here. This is at least an 8 out of 10 threat level. I have to be real here. If I was being racist, I'd even say 9 out of 10 to be honest. But we're not racist here.
Gnome's outfit is
Joke's on you. The outfit swap button doesn't work right now. What's up, Faith?
now weaponizing social media against the American people and putting Americans' lives at risk. The Department of Homeland Security ex-Twitter account posted this video purporting to show a group of young black men threatening ICE agents, saying it's a video.
Yeah, I tend to control my outfits now just because of YouTube. I tend to pick outfits that, depending on what type of content I'm using or I'm doing for the, so like, normally, if I'm just playing games or whatever, the automated buttons will work and it'll switch my shit up. I don't care. But if I'm reacting to stuff, I tend to like I like the normal YL outfit for most content.
1,000 bounty on your heads, and
Yeah, I can imagine. You got a lot going on.
Okay, you know what? If we're doing this, we gotta do it right.
Oh no.
look, man. I'm just saying.
I honestly, I don't think the dude up front's the interesting one here. I'd love to do this to the like the dude behind to the right.
You know, like I said, we're not racist, but sometimes you have to be a little bit racist. You know what I'm saying? A little bit racist, because this might insult an entire culture. But unfortunately, like, we got to do it. All right, so like let's be real here. So what the fuck is happening here? What's with the ninja mask shit? What's going on? What's going on? Wearing like towel fucking shit? What are you wearing? You're wearing basketball shorts on top of like tights? What the fuck is happening here? Like, what are we even doing? What are we? You'll walk outside and film a video with a bulge, dog? Really? Why are we doing this? What is going on? You're wearing like a t-shirt, wife beater, cringe shit. Like, you're surrounded by guys with like afros and beanies. Like, what are we doing here?
Nux. Wait. You got these two people on screen here, and Nux is the uncultured one?
There's also the whole, $50,000 bounty.
Holy,
this guy's obviously
that's funny as heck to me.
Threat level. Anything above 10 obviously is jail.
Yeah, uncultured because he doesn't know some arbitrary fashion thing.
There's something pretty odd going out. Their fit is alright. Don't hate. Yeah, but their fit is tied with the whole $50,000 bounty thing. Jail. Sorry, man. I don't care if you're wearing underwear on your head. Jail. Also, clearly skipped leg day. Obviously, that's not good. That's not good. What are we doing here?
You understand, because like it's so crazy to me that you cut through this and made this like a racial thing. Like, you're like, you caught a little like outfit thing that he didn't catch, and you're like, oh no, he's uncultured. This guy is threatening police officers. Okay, he's fucking projecting a $50,000 bounty to kill ICE officers. So I feel like you're getting stuck on the wrong thing, right? Fuck ICE, holy shit. I mean, that's just such a retarded take. It sounds like you've fallen into the brainwash.
Leg day, and you're gonna post threats like that?
And then they make a threat back and say that if you threaten ICE agents, we're coming to get you. Well, it turns out the video is an AI fake. An astute user on Twitter noticed that the homeless...
Oh my god, I proved it's fake because a guy said so on Twitter. Journalism! Journalism on the left!
Find one instance of a U.S. citizen that was deported by ICE. I'll wait.
Video, which is a TikTok video.
Like, as a legal immigrant, I advocate for ICE. People that didn't do it right, that didn't properly get their freaking legal residency, should be deported. They are here illegally. Shit like that brings negative light onto legal immigrants like me. So yeah, this shit does need to get fucking taken care of. I don't have any problems with it. They've only deported illegal immigrants. There's not a single instance of a legal U.S. citizen that's been deported. Not one. And you know, if there was, the fucking Democrats would be dying on that hill. It would be blasted everywhere. That sounds like hearsay. I'm sorry. I don't believe that unless you can show me. Show me some proof. Show me some proof, because nobody else has. All I've seen, and even if I were to ask AI, it says there's not a single instance of legal residents being deported. Arrested, sure, but not deported. I mean, that has other things to do, you know.
Actually change the caption on the video.
AI is wrong all the time, too. It's not wrong, it just draws from sources. If you curate where it draws from, and you pay attention to the references that it uses, it's not... All AI does is it pulls the information. If you don't pay attention to where the information is coming from, of course you're going to get the information wrong. You have to look at where the references come from. ChatGPT doesn't show it very well, Grok does. Grok very much defines where it pulls its information from. So if it's coming from nonsense Reddit article, yeah, it's bullshit. If it's coming from a proper fucking governmental page, you know, or something that you look into yourself, you verify the legitimacy of, then that's a good reference. So again, you categorize AI into being wrong. No, it's not. You just don't understand how to properly use it.
Has a completely different caption that's not about ICE at all. It's about Iran. They even changed
like you're misusing terminology because you don't understand it properly.
It's almost like it's an entirely different video. Like, this is crazy.
on the clip is different. The caption is completely different. And they've essentially used this young man's video in order to create a fake appearance, a fake threat against ICE.
And again, since you missed the earlier part of this,
He then deleted it when he got called out and attempted to deny all wrongdoing. We have
this is the Department of Homeland Security. Their presentation is that it was created as AI. That's a lie. They have the original videos. They have footage and clips of the original videos. It was deleted, and then they started this smear campaign. Except that everything on the internet exists forever. You can't just delete shit. This is a government agency. They can find it. But you can't hide anything on the internet from the government. So, again, remember that when we're going into all of this shit. The whole thing is based off of a lie. He did advocate for violence. He should be put in prison. Period. If you advocate for violence like this, if you offer bounties to attack police officers, you should be put in prison. That's there's not even enough, like, obviously. What are we even talking about? The fact that people are being allowed to make money advocating for violence against police officers, how are they going to prove he was serious? What? That is just so mentally disconnected. It doesn't matter. You can't just claim that something is parody. And for one, you can watch something and know that this is not parody or a joke. If you watch the video, it's very abundantly clear this is not parody
we're in the streets,
or a
word on
joke.
the street is they put a 50K bounty on y'all.
Okay, there's no humor involved here. So, like, right off the bat, that's just disingenuously, like, approaching the situation. But in an instance in which you can't, if you were to say, like, offer so much money to kill X person, then say LOL JK, that is still a call for violence. Okay, you can't joke around about shit like that. Because people don't understand nuance to that complexity. They don't. And that's what's causing all this bullshit to happen online, where people are being radicalized into these things, into, people that are attacking people, like the instance with Charlie Kirk. It's because of they're allowing people to be lumped into these categorizations, right? They're allowing people to think for them by characterizing them in a way and lumping their thoughts of a certain group into a certain term, like fascist or Nazi. Those are big popular ones. Racist. They use these terms, and what it does is it lets everybody turn their brain off and just lump that person into that group, and then they know they hate them. Right? They don't have to think about it. They don't have to follow through. A lot of people did this with the J.K. Rowling shit. The Charlie Kirk thing is a joke. I've never ever wished death on someone, but he definitely died by what he preached. Holy shit, you're a moron. He preached platforming open debate and discourse. He preached discussion of politics in a respectful manner. He preached godly fucking communication, like having faith, the Sabbath. Did you ever watch his content? Because I did. And the fact that you would even say that is just, it's fucking crazy to me. How can you say you've watched his content and then say that he died by what he preached? What the fuck? How many videos do I need to pull up of him platforming and talking to people that directly object his opinion? It was all for guns? Yeah. And he still would be. That's what you're missing. He still would advocate for his opinion on guns. That's not the problem. The problem isn't the situation with gun control. It's the problem. The problem is people being like fucking radicalized into this hateful shit by ignorance. His platform was open discourse of opposing politics. That was his platform. If anything, have you seen what Charlie Kirk wanted to be remembered for? You seen that one? What did he say? Did he say gun control? I don't think so. If I remember right, he said, "My faith in God." That's what he fucking platformed, right? Like, just coming here and say, like, he died for what he preached? That's just crazy. It's crazy. What the fuck is wrong with you? The dude advocated about talking to people. He brought political discourse to an open platform at campuses, right? Prove me wrong. This whole element, this idea of open discourse, this shit goes all the way back to 500 BC. Political discourse, this shit goes all the way back to original, like the Hebrew times, and like this is what should be happening. So what are we even talking about? Like, if he had a different opinion, his opinion on gun control, his opinion on freaking abortion, none of that shit matters. Okay? That's the whole point, is to discuss those things and to prove your points, to change your discourse, to allow people to form their own opinions on these things by informing them and having these debates. It's like, you just don't understand. Like, we need more people like Charlie Kirk in this world, no matter what their politics are, because we need people that do bring discussion forward, that do openly platform for these things. His opinion does matter, though, because he preaches his opinion. No. What you're saying is his politics do matter because he preaches his politics. But that's not really what the whole point of this is. This is platforming discourse versus assassinating somebody for having different opinions and then cheering about it. Like, I think you're really missing the point. If something of his politics to you justifies why he was assassinated, you're really missing the point. If you think that he platformed gun control over just advocation of belief in God, then you're misrepresenting his platform. That's just any amount of times like watching his content would show that is what he platforms. He died preaching his beliefs, yes. And that is why he is such an important figure. It's not about the beliefs, it's about the preaching and the bringing the platforming of preaching and platforming of discourse, open discourse of opposing viewpoints to the public. That is what he did. And let's like, dude was just he was a God-fearing man. It was a good God-fearing man. He was a Christian. He had different politics than you. But at the end of the day, what happened, like, it absolutely shouldn't have happened. And the fact that we have people that were cheering about it and making money off of glamorizing it is a problem in society, in internet culture. We cannot allow this negative, violent, hateful culture to exist. We can't fucking advocate for it. We can't support it. The more we do, the more it makes money, the bigger it gets. That's how everything works on the internet. You have to shut it down in all instances. That's why I so actively oppose violent rhetoric and violence being advocated for on platforms. Because I see the moment that violent rhetoric is allowed to become monetized in any sort of situation online, it becomes multiplicative so fast. It becomes a problem way faster than any other content that I see. So, like, it's a problem that I'm attacking, and my platform is to attack problems that I see, that I want to advocate for, that I want to, bring shed light onto.
You can see this is.
I totally. Yep. Okay, here.
TikTok video. They've actually changed the caption on the video. The original TikTok video has a completely different caption. That's not about
misinformation.
Essentially,
and again, like, I defended what they are saying here. I don't know if you were here for that, but I defended what they're saying here. I understand why their viewpoint is as it is in this video. Is because this happened before the DH response of the receipts. Right? So, like, they didn't have the illumination of the proof, so it does look bad until, like, I could see how they would come to this conclusion, especially if the content creator themselves was lying about the situation, which we know they claimed they were hacked. So there's already a bit of bullshit detected there, I'm just saying. So, like, we don't know the exacting situation of about that, but we do know we have the receipts of the original video. So, like, I understand the timeline of why these people would have this opinion, but again, it's like, once you see the receipts, you need to be able to retract and step back and say, okay, all right, well, maybe maybe I have a differing opinion, or maybe I need to mitigate my opinion going forward on a situation. You need to be able to change an opinion when you are approached with evidence. It's like I said with the illegal immigration situation. If you can prove to me that there's an instance of a U.S. citizen that was deported, I will personally platform that because that is important. But I haven't personally seen that, and I feel like that if there was an instance of that happening ever, it'd get fucking put on blast because it would be the exact perfect thing to characterize the problem that the left is trying to characterize. It would be the perfect storm, the exact situation. So that's why it doesn't. I don't believe it. I haven't seen it, and I watch a fair bit of leftist media source as well. To be perfectly fair, like I do watch Destiny. I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. I subscribe to, or rather, I watch a bit of other like Hassan. I do watch a stream here and there, see what's going on. So it's like I do have like I just like I said, I feel like if it was an instance of it happening, we would know about it.
Young man's video in order to create a
You got cut off by an ad? Steal issue.
appearance, a fake threat against ICE from young black men. So they've weaponized anti-blackness. They've weaponized a lie.
I cannot believe anti-blackness is being weaponized. They're weaponizing anti-blackness by saying that terrorists should go to jail. I can't believe it myself.
That these federal agents are being threatened and that there's a bounty on their heads, which they've apparently made up.
Except you were literally talking about a different TikTok.
And they're using anti-blackness in order to create this.
Anti-blackness is being used to push a narrative. We're pushing a narrative with anti-blackness.
So, again, I really want you to sit and look at her words, think about her words, with the newfound appreciation that the original video did actually happen. That the receipts have been shown, that the video did exist with the violent rhetoric. So now, think about this framing and this characterization, knowing that we have the truth, we've seen the truth.
Except you were literally talking about a different TikTok.
And they're using anti-blackness in order to create this.
Anti-blackness is being used to push a narrative. We're pushing a narrative with anti-blackness. They didn't do nothing. They're just scholars and philosophers. They're not out here threatening ICE agents.
It's fake sense of threat.
Now again, look at how.
Except it was just real. Oh, why are we playing with this game? This is actually insane, man. These people are crazy, dude. Now I want to show you an example of anti-black racism that I personally saw recently on the timeline, and I feel like it's important to bring this up because a lot of people are really racist towards black people, and I wanted to take this moment to talk about something very important.
Agua.
Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. It's very important, actually. All right, so here's a classic example of anti-black racism.
Does this thing work?
Example of this is something like the ADA. Congress passed.
Nope. I need to. I'm sorry. I was drinking water. I didn't hear the start of this.
Example of this is something like the ADA. Congress passed the Americans with Disabilities Act against the backdrop of a world that was generally not accessible to people with disabilities. And so it was discriminatory in effect because these folks were not able to access these buildings. And it didn't matter whether the person who built the building or the person who owned the building intended for them to be exclusionary. That's irrelevant. Congress said the facilities have to be made equally open to people with disabilities if readily possible.
Yeah.
I guess I don't understand why that's not what's happening here. The idea in Section 2 is that we are responding to current day manifestations of past and present decisions that disadvantage minorities and make it so that they don't have equal access to the voting system, right?
So Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson from the U.S. Supreme Court actively exhibits some anti-black racism, saying black people are just too retarded to vote. That's what she said. I'll help translate it for you. They can't help it. They can't help it. They're mentally disabled. They're disabled, guys. They're disabled. So the real anti-black racism, I think, that stems in this country comes from, well, her, for example. She's on the U.S. Supreme Court. If you have a black woman on the U.S. Supreme Court talking about racism that is forcing black people to stop voting and stuff, like, are you retarded? You are at the pinnacle of politics. You are on the U.S. Supreme Court and you're going to cry about this? She's going to say, well, black people are just not too crippled to vote. Turns out, So in my opinion, this is way more racist than anything I've seen like the Department of Homeland Security post. Okay? That's insane. And that I think needs to be talked about more. This is victimization bullshit. No, black people are not too retarded to vote. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's really dumb. Anyway.
How young these black kids are. I'm actually not even sure. Some of them might not even be teens, right? Like they might
not even teens.
That's true. Dude in the back, like this guy over here could absolutely be what 9, 10. I've seen big dudes like that are young. It's absolutely correct.
Actually not even sure. Some of them might not even be teens, right? Like they might
not even teens. What? You think they're 8-year-olds? Like, why are we even playing this game? These people suck. They really do.
How young these black kids are. I'm actually not even sure. Some of them might not even be teens.
I will say the majority of them are teens. Dude up front, this dude over here, like this chick like the majority of them are probably, I'd say late teens.
Suck. They really do.
How young?
But this dude, the one dude on the back though, I do think this guy back here is younger. I think I would be surprised if he's not. Like I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a bit younger.
These black kids are. I'm actually not even sure. Some of them might not even be teens, right? Like they might be teens, but some of them look like they might even be younger. This could be like a 12-year-old, right? But Homeland Security tweets this out. Okay, ready for the reality? Here is the original.
Like there's some legitimacy to it. This dude obviously not a teen or not a kid, right? Like the dude up front, but I do think some of the backdrops, some of the extras are definitely younger people that were definitely just coerced to stand in the background for the video kind of deal.
That they fucking changed the text on. So this was tweeted in the wake of Trump attacking Iran. This was tweeted. This video with the text, "You seen what we can do. Don't say something that you can't finish, Iran. We are already united. We all stand. We want all the smoke." So here we go. So this was a video, like a bunch of... Kids got fucking braces. Again, he's like 12 years old. This is a video of... If anything, it's sort of like, I mean, I don't think these people are outright political, but it's sort of like a
I mean, he also has facial piercings, though, so I feel like that
subtle pro-Trump thing, if anything.
That typically that's an older thing.
And threatening Iran here and pretending like, yeah, you want to fuck with us? Like, we'll fuck you up. We're America. So if anything, it's like a tacit agreement.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was thinking with the facial piercings like that. So there is a bottom line age that we know here. But I think I would be surprised. He's probably, my guess, 19, something like that. That's my just spitballing. But I do think I do think the kids in the background, I think they are younger than him in general. This guy on the right might be same age or older. This dude does look older. They're all at like a high school tracks. They're all probably high schoolers.
But Homeland Security tweets this out. Okay.
Maybe, however, they do, like, this is a set that he has used on multiple TikTok videos or whatever. So I don't know the legitimacy of the sets that are used, if that makes sense.
Ready for the reality? Here is the original video.
Like, this isn't a small TikToker, right? Like, this isn't a small TikToker. This guy has a lot of videos. So he like, the fact that he did a repeat video, kind of shows that he is a content churner, right? He's already thinking like, okay, well, this works, so I'm going to do this again, right? So, never on TikTok anymore. Well, that is the best thing that you have said so far today. I am super fucking excited about that, actually. Good for you. Seriously, that shit is brain rot.
That they fucking changed the text on. So this was tweeted in the wake of Trump attacking Iran. This was tweeted. This video...
I have a TikTok. I have probably like, I don't know. I have a fair few uploads on there. Because when I was doing my shorts, I was mirroring all my shorts onto TikTok, but they never really saw traction on there. So I just never really gave a shit. But I've never actually been on the platform really. I catch TikTok like blurbs here and there through other people's videos, but other than that, that shit will never be on my phone. And I tell people don't even bother like linking me TikTok links because I can't pull it up on my phone.
But with the text, you see.
So I can through the browser, I guess, but it's obnoxious. Hey, what's up, Kitty? Welcome back. It's hard to get traction on TikTok. It's hard to get traction anywhere. Yeah, what do you mean? The algorithmic entry level amount of content or content reception is difficult everywhere, but it's meritocracy based. Like the way that I hate to say it, and I'm not just trying to be disparaging, but your video analytics are very merit based, right? YouTube is very merit based. Either your videos make them money or they don't, period. If your videos click through, you will get, like, that percentage is actively tracked. The amount of people that click onto your videos and how long they watch in order to get advertisements. Those two metrics basically are everything. So if you have problems getting into like content or starting to grow on this platform, then you just don't genuinely understand your role on YouTube. Your videos need to make YouTube money, right? You need to attack the things that are problematically detracting from your videos, making YouTube money. You want to do your thing with that. You want the retention to be based off of what your platform is, but you need to, those are the bottom line fucking things. And, if you like, it's purely merit based. I think that certain other platforms they're different still, but they're kind of the same theory, where it's all merit based as far as your interactions versus your impressions. Those are the direct merit based things on the other platforms too. But there's a lot of pre-built natural instinct stuff that you have to overcome. And there's also money involved. You can shore the gap of your bad content with money. Make no mistake, you can pay for promotion on just about every single one of these platforms to shore up the gap of difference for your video outreach. So people that are very wealthy, they can make their videos have hundreds of thousands of views to make it seem like their videos are doing really well. That is a reproducing cycle kind of thing because it seems successful, so it lends to success. So a lot of what people will do to get their initial channels going is investment, or investment into the platforms to give themselves that leapfrog forward. And what that's done now is it's further pulled the ladder up for new content creators, right? Because it's set the standard of entry level to a much higher standard that has been now dictated by promotion and cash. So an entry-level content creator, even if they're saying things that should get interactions, if they have good content, like a 5 or a 6 or what have you, they will get trumped by another 5 or a 6 or what have you, but that is just putting any amount of capital investment into their promotion. So that element of all social media platforms has also further pulled the ladder up for an entry-level person with no capital, a poor content creator trying to just make it kind of deal. So you're fighting against all kinds of things in these systems now that have very much furthered the gap between an entry-level content creator and just having a successful platform. And you've just been lurking? Hey, I appreciate the lurks. Thank you.
What we can do, don't say something that you can't finish, Iran. We are already united. We all stand. We want all the smoke. So here we go. So this was a video, a bunch of... Kid's got fucking braces. Again, he's 12 years old. This is a video of... If anything, it's sort of I don't think these people are outright political, but it's sort of like a subtle...
And it's a completely different video. The cast in the background's even different. How can you... The whole cast is different here. This is the only same dude. No, this guy was there in the other one, but he was over here, right? He was on the right. This guy was in that other video, but he was on... It's this is a completely different group of people.
Pro-Trump thing, if anything. Because they're...
Oh, no, the chick's there too. She's just further out on the right in this one.
Basically, joking and threatening Iran here, and pretending, yeah, you want to fuck with us? We'll fuck you up. We're America.
Clearly
so
a different video entirely.
Agreement with Trump illegally bombing Iran.
Bro.
And Department of Homeland Security just...
Could you imagine being a leftist journalist and being there and crying and yelling about how the Department of Homeland Security posted a fake video without checking that it's actually a real video? This is pathetic, man.
And now put a fucking target on this kid's back by pretending...
Target.
He's
Dude, there's one side that's putting targets on other people's backs, and it's yours! Oh my god, dude. The amount of people at this No Kings protest holding up signs saying kill Trump is insane. The Department of Homeland Security is putting a target on their back? A target for what?
And again, the reality of the situation was that this TikToker was the one putting a target on people's backs, right? And flipping the narrative, but that's what the reality of the situation is.
Getting killed by right-wingers
Crazy.
going out there and murdering people that are being posted about by the Department of Homeland Security.
Threatening ICE agents. This is so...
Like, these people are like professional victims. Professional victims. This is unreal.
So fucking irresponsible, but they don't care. They're trying to spark a fucking race war, is what they're trying to do. Trying to get a black teen, if that, maybe a black 12-year-old, killed. All right, ready?
And again, oh, these are like, seriously, this shit is just so beautiful when you think about it through the lens of having the truth, of having the real videos, of knowing that these people were inciting violence, and then hearing the narrative, hearing their characterization of the narrative. It's very telling. Where they go first with it
is what they're trying to do. Trying to get a black teen, if that.
Professional victims. This is unreal.
So fucking irresponsible, but they don't care. They're trying to spark a fucking race war.
Like I said, it's very telling.
Is what they're trying to do. Trying to get a black teen, if that, maybe a black 12-year-old, killed. All right, ready? So here's the kid. The young man responds.
All right, so let's see the young man response.
So I'm getting these mad messages from my DMs and social media and on my
Does he look like a 12-year-old, by the way?
comments. And I randomly get a text message talking about a recent video that was posted on my account. I was like, what are y'all talking about? By the way, I'm sick, so if I sound weird, yeah. I get threats daily on IG and everywhere all over my social media all of a sudden due to an old video I posted months ago about Iran. Iran, that was not to be a threat. It was literally a joke, bro. Like, seriously, it's just content. Anyways, once I seen that video that was posted on my account, then I was like, what the fuck? Would they not post this like months ago? Then I seen the caption, and then I was like, wait, I didn't do that. I still got the video saved on my draft months ago on TikTok, bro. I'm gonna pull it up right here. Now, here's the fucked up part. The federal government is involved for something that I didn't do.
Oh my God.
Like, what?
Poor baby.
So this is what they reposted
Poor
off my
baby.
TikTok. That video got taken down. So here's what they reposted on their page. Now that video is going crazy as hell on Twitter, bro.
No.
Now I'm a threat to the government for something that I didn't do, bro. Now I'm being called a wannabe YN, a wannabe gangster over a video that I didn't caption or I didn't post. So thankful my followers for letting me know about this, because seriously, this is getting out of hand. Like, literally, this is going crazy, viral all over social media right now. Probably might end up being on the news, bro. So my apologies for that contradiction and rumors from happening. I know my First Amendment, but I did not post that video. So to clear that out, I did not post that video, and I apologize for all the rumors.
Oh no, this poor guy.
About this conflict.
They smeared this kid and they defamed this kid, and now he's got to come out and be like, "Wait, I didn't say that. I didn't do that. It was a joke video against Iran." Think about how crazy this is.
That is crazy.
Like the lack of accountability.
Wow, incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible stuff.
Is this not insane? Is this not crazy? This is complete insanity. Oh my God. Was he framed? This is the question.
Kyle Kuklinski said that young black teenager looked 12, right? That young black teenager looked 12 years old.
It's literally a
That
child.
should tell you everything you need to know about this guy's judgment, right? Just how out of touch with reality leftists are, because you probably should not believe young black teenagers, right? Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it all the way 100. It is probably not a good idea to believe young black teenagers. Yeah, I know that sounds controversial, right? I know it sounds quote unquote racist, right? But I'm just giving you some life advice, right? If you want to survive, okay? If you want to survive, if you want to end up not being robbed or killed or murdered, you might not want to believe these young black teenagers, especially the ones that look like YNs, okay? I'm just saying that's just the reality of the situation, okay? It's basic survival. Because DHS actually has the receipts to prove that they did not AI edit the video.
And there again, because like I could see how people would hear this, but it's like they have the receipts. They showed that this actually happened. He's deleting and he is trying to, control the narrative now. He's playing damage control because his fucking platform's about to get nuked. But that's the reality of the situation.
And that
is this
kid
not
was lying,
crazy?
Okay, claiming that his account got hacked or whatever. No. DHS came out and said, we have the receipts. This young man posted violent threats of murder against our law enforcement. He then deleted it when he was called out and attempted to deny all wrong. We have the receipts. The internet is forever. The willful ignorance and intentional blindness by leading Democrats to the massive increase in violent rhetoric against our agents due to their action is both disgusting and disappointing. Violence against our agents and officers must stop. Yeah, so this guy did in fact post a video, right? This is the original video, okay?
Completely
It
destroyed.
had all these likes, all these comments.
Oh, that's rough,
right?
buddy. Yeah.
And notice how in this video, right?
Yeah, they're literally wearing different clothes.
It's a different group of people. I thought I recognize two people out of the group. This dude and then the chick that's over on the right side. I'm pretty sure the other ones are all different people. I don't really pay a lot of attention to it. The picture's kind of crappy,
like,
but
look at this video with the threatening ICE agents. You have the dude in the back with the red beanie. Then you have this dude over here in the video with the Iran video. You don't have
the red beanie dude is there. He's just all the way over here in this video.
red beanie guy in the back. That's crazy. Oh my god. It's almost like it's an entirely different thing. And all these people, like, think.
Yeah, I mean, like, that guy's there, but the fact that it's the rest of the cast seems to be different people, and that they're in completely different spots in the video, it's very abundantly clear that they're two completely different fucking videos.
Think about how bold it is. Think about how bold it is that this dude decided to make a response saying that they made up the whole video about me.
Because, you know, if you try to, and I'm just going to throw in there, like, oh, AI can blow. If you were to try to start AIing the rest of the shit in the video, it's going to get really fucking weird. Things will be noticeable. And, you know, you can then run it through software to verify its legitimacy. If you, like, just changing the text, that can be done by AI without, you know, being able to be traced. But when you start editing video, you can't do that without it being able to be detected by other software. So there's no way they could have falsified this video and had the AI change the people in the background around without it being able to be detected.
And people bought it. Like, the most obvious and easy lie of all time.
It's a different background. So this is the original video where he posted, "We're on the way, word in the street, cartels put 50K bounty on y'all." Notice, particularly this guy in the background here. This guy is not the same guy in the background right here, right? So there's two different backgrounds.
It's different videos, obviously.
What does that mean?
Dude, this is the craziest thing. You don't need to be like some sort of internet sleuth detective, okay? To be like, I've analyzed the
Fucking
pixels.
Sherlock Holmes on the
Like,
case.
It's such an obvious fucking different video. It's so obvious that it's a different video. And every single leftoid, from Joy Reid to Kyle Kalinske, whatever his name is, they've all come out together. They've all come out together to talk about how ICE is weaponizing propaganda to incite violence against innocent black people. Is this not crazy? This is crazy. It's like, we will not believe the facts in front of our eyes.
That means these are two separate videos. This is not AI edited, right? This guy posted two separate videos. He ended up deleting.
And again, like I said, that's such a common thing, especially on TikTok channels, and I'm sure, Faith, you could probably attest to this. When content creators find a thing that works, they will repeat the same theme of video multiple times. So that's why the videos seem similarly themed, but this is two completely different videos. It's very abundantly clear.
This video, because he got a whole lot of backlash, and then tried to say, oh no, this is what I actually posted, right? This is what I actually posted, and everything else is fake. Even though we know for a fact that he posted this video, okay? And this has been verified by even the pro-blacks, right? Even the pro-blacks, okay? The so-called FBAs who tried to defend this guy. Even they came out and said, yeah, this dude is definitely lying, right? He definitely posted that video. The American Freedmen Legal Fund. Again, these are the...
This confirms that the TikTok video in question is authentic and belongs to his account. The watermark sits just above the caption text, confirming that the post originated directly from TikTok and was not externally altered. So because of where the text is over the TikTok caption, how it's overlapping like this, it can't have even been AI edited.
Same people that are defending Carmelo Anthony, right? So you know...
You have to understand how insane that is, right? Carmelo Anthony is the killer. He's a guy that killed a white guy for no reason. And they literally started running defense for him. Okay? Do you understand how crazy that is? Even they're like, yeah, no, this is not true. There's nothing we can say. Can't say anything.
That, and also, for anybody in here that's worked with AI image editing, you know as well as I do that the idea of editing a video that has multiple layers of words and changing those different layers of words, like that, it would be a nightmare because AI is really, really bad about words, text in general.
These are the people that are defending Carmelo Anthony, which, by the way, there is zero evidence whatsoever, okay, that Carmelo Anthony acted in self-defense, right? But they're claiming self-defense, okay? They're defending.
Not saying it couldn't happen. I'm saying it would be very, very difficult just because of how
but that's what they are.
shitty
That's what they're
AI
trying to do.
works
They're
with
trying to grip off of it, right?
with
They
text in
originally
general.
came to the defense of this young man, right? They believed the young black teenager until they did their own research and they found, wait, this black teen is lying, right? After a closer review of the overlay and watermark alignment,
it's an obvious
we
different
that
thing.
the TikTok video in question is authentic and belongs to his account, Florida named Jit. The watermark sits above the caption text, confirming that the post originated directly from TikTok and was not externally altered. Transparency and accuracy always comes first. Yeah. So again, they try to defend this young man, right? But then they did their own research and they found out, oh wait, young man is lying, right? As always, right? Every single time. Every single time. This person says, thank you for your honesty. The video he claimed that was altered by DHS is a different video. You can clearly tell by the people in the background being in different positions. He was also reported on TikTok for the ICE video and liked some of his comments underneath the video. Also, how can he say he was hacked and someone posted it on his account and later say DHS used one of his old videos and altered it? He contradicted himself. Which one really happened? Yeah, so again, they have screenshots of this guy
crazy, man.
liking
Yeah, the story changed multiple
the
times.
video that he posted threatening ICE, right?
Yeah, at first it was that it got hacked, and then it was that it was ICE AI editing an older video.
So again, we got receipts. We got
infinite receipts. Infinite receipts. Holy crap, it's so obvious. Oh my god. This is crazy, dude.
Screenshots, right? We got screenshots. It got reported.
so
People
awful,
reported the
dude.
guy, right? So all the proof is there. All the proof is there. But again, these lefties, right? These lefties, they ran with this narrative. This young black teenager has been targeted by ICE. They're putting a target on the back of young blacks. Oh God, this administration's so racist. They're
Dude,
so racist.
this is crazy,
right?
dude.
Turns out they're the ones who are the fools, right? They're the
Obviously.
ones who got hoodwinked, led astray, run amok, right? It wasn't DHS. They got fooled, right? The leftists got fooled because they decided to believe this black teenager, okay? Who again? You're talking about a guy.
We're talking about a guy who's threatening ICE agents, and you're going to take his word for it that this didn't exist when there's infinite proof that it did exist. Now,
Why with the sands? Oh, I love Nux, but holy, his editor loves fucking Undertale.
Now, it's dangerous levels of stupid, to be honest, and I don't think it should be taken lightly at all, to be honest, and I'll explain to you why. Because that's the entire media. The entire media sphere is literally just lying to you. It's lying to you that innocent people are getting swept up in ICE raids, and it's lying to you that...
Yeah, I mean, anybody in these situations, where, I mean, thank goodness, I am so glad that my job is not, like, looking for things to politicize and... Oh, jeez. What an exhausting lifestyle.
Innocent Americans are just getting arrested because they're black and brown, and they're lying to you when they say that that it looks like the Department of Homeland Security is just putting the targets on the backs of innocent black people. Like, this is all part of a gigantic campaign to paint the right as Nazis. That it's part of the same campaign, and it worked on so many retards.
Dude makes TikTok.
And here's the thing: I'm not sure if they're dumb or if they're just intentionally slandering people for the sake of inciting political violence. I'm not sure.
Again, posing like a criminal.
I think there's a bit of both. I think there is a bit of just a cognitive dissonance with the reality of the situation and most of the inferences where they just don't understand that that's exactly what they're doing. I do think that comes into effect in certain circumstances. I think there's a bit of both. Yeah, I'll go into that. I'll go with that.
Right, posing like a YN, right? Like an agent of chaos. Okay, and then he wants to get mad and upset and wants to act shocked, Pikachu face, that people are interpreting the video in a violent way, right? Like this.
Yeah, that was put on blast by this. Like, oh man, what if it was just a joke? Holy shit. That is so concerning that there's even a world where there's people out there that would defend this sort of thing as like parody or humor or a joke. That's so concerning to me. Because it's very clearly not. We need to just have the conscious like integrity to differentiate these two things. And you know in your heart when something is inciting violence. This is a $50,000 bounty to attack police officers. Right? It's pretty cut and dry. We don't need to, there's not a lot of nuance going on here.
Say violent.
No, they're putting a target at the end of the back of an innocent man. An innocent man. I can't believe it. Imagine putting a target on the back of an innocent man. Says the leftoids right after putting a target on innocent men.
Right. Why run around looking like this? Right? Why do you even want to be associated with this type of stuff? I don't get it. I don't understand why these young kids think that this is cool. Right?
Same. Holy shit. Maybe it's just like, I don't know. I probably have a differing opinion on this because I am former military and I have no problems with military whatsoever. Frankly, I'd have no problems with freaking quartering a soldier. Like if it came down to that where we had to quarter a freaking soldier, I wouldn't even have a problem with that. If, because if they had to, for some reason to have to come into the home and hang out at the coffee table, why the fuck not? That's a fucking homie in arms right there. I don't have any problems with that. I'm a fucking law-abiding citizen. I have nothing to hide from anybody. And I high-five these motherfuckers. I used to have that freaking thing, the badge on my... Like, I don't know. I guess it's like I have a different viewpoint of all of these things. Because I have no problems with any increase in army presence and freaking police presence. None whatsoever. I don't. I think that's fine. It's totally cool because there's nothing that I do in any parts of my lifestyle that are illegal or problematic. So they don't influence me in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, what's the fucking problem?
To look like this, right? To pose like this, okay? Again, you look like trouble, and you're reinforcing stereotypes. You're reinforcing stereotypes. That's one of the main reasons. If I had a son, I'd never let him grow out his hair. I would never let my son grow out his hair to look like these guys, right? Because again, you just look like trouble, right? you're just reinforcing stereotypes. That's all you're doing, okay? So, anyways, Brad Palumbo, who I believe is conservative.
He's allowed to have that opinion. I'm never gonna, dictate to my daughter one way or another about her hairstyling. I'm fine with whatever she wants to do with it, try out and do with everything. I'll be very, I'm very honest when I tell her about things. She's always thinking adorable, so like it's very easy to be honest. But yeah, I don't see that as a thing I would ever do. Even if she went so far as to like try shaving her head down, like I don't know. I would take it on a case by case basis, I guess. But that's I don't see any reason inherently why I would prevent that from happening.
Right? He also one of these people that accused DHS of manipulating the video. He says, I was wrong to accuse DHS of posting a manipulated video. It turns out this guy recorded two very...
Okay. All right. Brad Palumbo. All right. This dude walked back what he said. He said, all right, I was wrong. They posted the receipts. Okay. Good shit. We need this to be fucking... This sort of activity, this sort of shit, we need to be way more positive of in society. We really do. We really need to fucking glamorize this behavior right here. Walking back when something, when you make a mistake online and you act up based off of incomplete information and, like they showing that you're able to move forward and change your opinion based off of new presented information. This should be glamorized.
Videos. He now claims his TikTok account was hacked and that's how the new video got posted. That's highly unlikely. Yeah. So again, we all know what happened, right? He deleted it, okay, after he got a lot of backlash for it. And then he wanted to act innocent, right? Because DHS had exposed him. And these leftists came out here and they ran with his narrative, right? That the video was AI edited, that they're, attacking young black teenagers. And it turns out that the young black teenager was lying. And how many times have I covered stories like this? How many times have I covered stories where you have a young black teenager, okay, being accused of something, credibly accused of something, they lie and say they didn't.
And then the media and the personalities and the leftoids run defense because that's how they were programmed. They were programmed to literally run defense for people immediately. Like that.
I mean, yeah, they're looking for content. This is content that they can very easily, you know, fit into their whatever narrative they're trying to push. And there is just enough information to give them exactly what they need here. You know, and that's also what the guy was presenting, right? That's what he lied about in his video. So they were misled. You know, there is a bit of that. You have to remember that this guy did lie about the situation. So it's very natural that a lot of these places were going to run defense because they lied to him, or he lied to them. You know, he lied to the public.
That's the craziest part. Like, it's a programming thing. And it's because of this that, you know, we're literally suffering here in a society. We're suffering where you're not allowed to even mention the fact that, you know, 13% of the population is committing 50% of the crimes because, honestly, the media is running defense for them constantly.
I'm just saying, in Harry Potter, if 13% of the wizards were committing 41% of the black magic, you know, they'd be in frickin' Azkaban. Like, that's pretty obvious.
Constantly. It's almost like they want to kill us.
Do it. And then you got these leftists that defend these young black teenagers, and then it turns out that the young black teenager was lying, right? Again, it happens every single time. And these people just never learn. They don't care, right? They don't care about being wrong. Leftists do not care about being wrong. They don't care about...
They want to be wrong because they're propagandists, because they're communists, because this is the subversive communist overthrowing of the government that they so...
By the way, that's what a joke sounds like. Just for faith.
badly want. It is exactly part of the plan. And you know what? I am gonna crash out a little bit harder here because I am so frustrated of the fact that you have the government, all right? You have the government, the leftists in the government, okay? Look at how insane this is. The leftists in the government shut down the government, okay? SNAP food stamps will be cut off after October because of the government.
Ronald Ward is a career official in the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Food and Nutrition Service. He currently serves as the acting associate administrator for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as food stamps. Problematic. All right. So it is true then. All right. Well, it's probably featured in the news due to communications warning state agencies about the potential disruption to SNAP benefits. What are we watching now? Same Nux video. I was just looking into Ronald Ward because we pulled up basically there's this post that went out from Ronald Ward talking about basically that there's going to be a cease in the SNAP benefits next month, potentially. FNS appreciates and understands that the states have questions regarding operation of the program, has begun the process of fact-finding and information gathering to be prepared in a case of a contingency plan must be implemented. With that in mind, we understand that several states would normally begin sending November benefit issuance files to their electronic benefit transfer vendors soon. Considering the operational problems and constraints that exist in automated systems, and in the interest of preserving maximum flexibility, we're forced to direct states to hold their November issuance files and delay transmission of state EBT vendors until further notice. This includes ongoing SNAP benefits and daily files. So October's gone through, November is apparently being held up. And there's
government shut down because of the leftists. Do you know what the immediate response is? Well, the immediate response is absolute degeneracy.
Lock y'all cars at night, lock your cars, lock your house up. If you're one of them people that just leave your car unlocked, parked in your driveway, you better lock it. With the food stamps being gone. And
wait a second. I'm noticing a trend.
People gonna eat, okay? Nobody's just gonna, this is 2025, nobody's just not gonna eat. Nobody's, food stamps, I'm telling you right now, even with the government shutdown and the food stamps and stuff being gone for next month, and it's gonna affect everybody, there's about to be a lot of stuff going on, okay? I'm not even gonna talk about it too much, because hey, you know what's about to happen. Lock your cars, lock them.
Basically, what she's saying is, it's a threat. We're going to rob your shit because we can't be bothered to get a job and we have to live off government handouts and your taxpayer dollars. Again, I know that this is obviously such a sad thing. It's
Yeah, I don't even understand how people can begin to try to justify stealing from other people because government benefits were pulled. What the fuck is wrong with these people? How is that, like, in any way a train of thought that makes sense?
a sad thing to say that, like, to make fun of poor people and stuff, but get a fucking job. You are not entitled to anything. Like, dude, people are getting real comfortable at all these social benefits, aren't they?
All I know is...
Like, I've never, in my life, I've never received a single dollar from any benefit. I don't do, like, I just haven't. So, like, I understand, people that need to, there's people in situations that do need to, and that's what the situation, that's why that shit's there. But I have never felt as if I have needed to, and I, got my shit together with my own two hands, and, like, I think that should be the general approach. You should only utilize these services when you need to, and nobody is owed these benefits.
Is if I don't receive my benefits this month, the food stamps,
my benefits that I am entitled for, your taxpayer dollars, I am entitled to that.
I feel bad for the motherfucking shop, right?
All right, that's a threat.
I will just be rolling my cart out that bitch like I pay for it.
And the reality is, like, we deal with this shit so much. Like, the theft is already at a rampant point in freaking retail. So for further, normalizing the behavior, further glamorizing the behavior, sorry, I keep fucking, it's like even more adding to this problem that we already have. And again, what communities are massively negatively influenced by rampant theft from retail? Poor communities, right? Like, that's typically the freaking communities that are massively negatively influenced by this shit. So it's just, it's a self-propagating fucking problem. These people are talking about going around and stealing from other poor people. And fucking, stealing from the stores that they work at. This is, you're shitting where you eat, dude.
I guess the card just didn't work this month. It'll work next month. I owe y'all now, I guess. Because I'm going to be eating Thanksgiving. Fuck you talking about? I'm eating for Thanksgiving. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. And I'm having turkey, ham.
Not only am I gonna be living off your dime, but I am also gonna be living good off your dime.
All the good shit. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, get a job. Get a job. Why are these people allergic to jobs? What's going on here? What's going on here?
And people are gonna start, I'm telling you, this is going to be a thing. People are going to start, instead of stealing groceries from the stores, they're going to start watching people go to their cars. And they're going to take all of their groceries. And you know what?
Threatening just robbing people and robbing stores?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the investments and stuff for Thanksgiving, you work together as a family. And there are other services that you can still get food from that aren't food stamps. Right, there's like local food, fucking food pantries, and typically almost any local church will, if you go to them and ask about getting some help with food, they will help you. Almost every one of them. That's at least all the ones that I've ever been to are very quick to help people get fed. So there are sources out there to get people fed, to have wonderful Thanksgivings. You want to have a wonderful Thanksgiving? Go to church. Seriously, every single church that I know of has a Thanksgiving feast, like a whole thing to do with that. You don't have to steal from the company that your friends work at to have Thanksgiving, right? Don't attack your other people that are also struggling because of a communal problem, and certainly don't glorify it. Like, what are we doing?
This should not be accepted in society, for the record. All right, I want to make this really clear. This should not be accepted in society whatsoever. Thou shalt not steal is a pretty basic core tenet of society, of Western culture, and of the Ten Commandments.
And it's, of course, but it's, to me, it's not even just thou shalt not steal, which is, you know, of course, inherent, and I believe that, but it's also that you're stealing from other people that are having the same struggles. You know, you're talking about stealing from the people that are also having this problem, that are going to be struggling to put, you know, food on the table for Thanksgiving, right? You're stealing the feast off their table to put it on yours. How does that make any sense?
You don't have the right to any of this. You should be saying thank you every single month for getting food stamps, for getting government benefits. No, I can't believe you're so mean to the poor. No, I'm being realistic here. Get a job. Okay, literally get a job. Food stamps was made so that people shouldn't suffer. You know, they're trying their absolute best in society. They're hauling ass, and we don't want people to starve and stuff like that.
Like, and the thing of it is, what do we have, 5810? I'm gonna say none of the people that we see that are going ham, not one that I've seen really looked like, or like.
The rest of you motherfuckers, but I'm getting my shit because I'm gonna tell you just like this on Jesus Lamar motherfucking Christ. I will be at motherfucking Walmart with my steel toes on.
They're obviously not, you know, in a situation where it's a need situation. I think it's disingenuous to say that it is.
The store?
Do it in the store. It's not our property. Call 911. Call the authorities. Make a report. They're going to leave your ass for dead. And people are really going to be stealing people carts of groceries out of the grocery parking lot. I'm telling you.
So all this is this certain problematic sect of society that's already doing this shit, that's already glamorizing this shit and saying and making it okay. This is just their newest way to do that. Right? They're just further, it's like saying that they're normalizing the behavior that's already happening. They're just giving themselves another pat on the back or another reason why to justify the things that they're already doing.
I'm telling you, it seems like it's headed that way. Now, what other choices are people gonna have to find food?
Are you fucking
Church.
crazy? No
Food shelters or food pantries.
one's starving. I got so much
Shit, there's Facebook groups online that'll help you get fed. There is. Yep, seen those too.
shit for this last time I said this, and I got canceled on Twitter. What do you mean? As you can see, according to this graph, you have malnourishment in so many communities. The graph is lying. No one's dying of hunger in America. All right, you go to your local community, go to your local church, you will have food. Okay.
Exactly.
Also, you fat as hell. All right.
Yeah, we have the exact opposite problem in America. There is not a food scarcity issue whatsoever.
All right, we have an obesity.
We throw away obnoxious amounts of food, and we have a serious obesity problem.
Crisis, not a starvation crisis in this country. All right, get a life, dude. Are you kidding me? Find food. You're not finding food. You're not foraging through the woods for food. You're taking our money without contributing anything to society.
To eat. Because people about to be out here struggling. They about to be out here bad. So do you really think they're going to look at you with all these groceries, packing it in your car, about to go home and feed your family from the, hard-earned money that you made from working your job?
This video is so betraying. This video casts so much light onto their character.
Time I said this, and I got canceled on Twitter.
What other choices are people gonna have to find food?
Are you fucking crazy? No one's
Because this exact same rhetoric will be used to justify more than just stealing your groceries. What else can we do? The government took away food stamps. What else can we do but rob you? Can we see the cognitive, this whole horrible disconnect here from reality, and how this logic train will be continually used to further justify future instances of theft and violence?
Starving. I got so much shit for this last time I said this, and I got canceled on Twitter. What do you mean? As you can see, according to this graph, you have malnourishment in so many communities.
Yeah, whatever.
The graph is lying. No one's dying of hunger in America. All right, you go to your local community.
As somebody that's been poor been homeless, done the whole deal. I can say that there you can find food. It's very easy to find food if you just, like I said, you can do churches, you can do food shelters, food pantries. I say shelters a lot because like that's another spot where you could go get food. There is a lot of resources out there, and again, I do genuinely believe if you're worried about Thanksgiving, go to church. Like, why wouldn't you just go to church? We work together with your church community and do a big ass church, oriented thing. Even if you're not, even if you're agnostic or atheist, you can still go to a church and, have Thanksgiving. I mean, unless you're just that horribly fucking narrow-minded.
Go to your local church. You will have food. Okay. Also, you fat as hell. All right. We have an obesity crisis, not a starvation crisis in this country. All right. Get a life, dude. Are you kidding me? Find food. You're not finding food. You're not foraging through the woods for food. You're taking our money without contributing anything to society.
To eat. Because people about to be out here struggling. They about to be out here.
Just look at the smile, though. It's like, that's the telling part of this to me, is the smile that's portrayed while it's being said. It's so telling.
So do you really think they're gonna look at you with all these groceries, packing it in your car, about to go home and feed your family?
And this is how they will justify it.
From the, hard-earned money that you made from working your job.
I'm making fun of you for working hard and making money. You see, I just get your money for free, which is what I'm entitled to do.
That afforded you the affordability to buy those groceries.
So get a job. Literally get a job, bro. This is tiring, man. Get a job. No one cares. Sorry.
They ain't gonna give a fuck. They ain't gonna care. They gonna snatch them bags up out your hand and be like, I wish you would.
See, and these are the people that are posting this publicly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine what they're saying privately.
And some just might lose their...
Oh!
And there it is. Wow. I guess the whole fucking mask just fell off at the end there, huh?
Oh, literally threatening to murder people to take their money because you're entitled to shit that other people work for.
And it ain't worth it.
Yeah, all right, that's a threat of violence. Anyway, it's not like there's other examples of this or anything.
Food stamps away. I'm going to fucking Walmart. I'm going to break up any damn Walmart, throw this shit right in the basket. I'm woman right about that bitch. Move, get the fuck out of my way. I'm not paying for a damn thing.
Threat again, another threat. Like, look how insane this is.
I hope you guys, anybody in here that works in retail, by the way, this you already see this every day, but now we're seeing it be glamorized. So guess what we're gonna get a whole lot more of? And they're gonna get even more violent now because it's being normalized, and other people they're like gaslighting each other into, and incentivizing this sort of behavior. So this is just going to get worse.
I mean, fucked up. Ain't getting a food stamp on EBT. Oh,
if I don't get the money that you earned for my free shit, I am going to rob you, and there's nothing you can do about it. These people need to go to jail. What are we doing? Like, they need to go to jail. If you rob, you go to jail.
Watch this. Watch this. I'm about to, it's about to be some bullshit. It about to be some shit. I'm about to go in that bitch masked up, yeah?
And you know the craziest part? These people are all going to vote left anyway. Right? The leftists in the government voted to shut down the government, and these people are all going to vote left anyway, because the left is like the party for, people that don't actually want to work and are more than happy to commit crimes. That is the left party. So all these people voted for the party that is taking away your benefits. You are voting for the people that are taking your benefits away. That's why I can't even feel bad almost. Like, oh, you want me to have empathy for you, the person who voted for the party that's taking away your benefits?
Yeah. I mean, this is just a classic instance of just genuinely not understanding the people that you're voting for, the things that they're, the bodies that you're voting for, because that's exactly the same kind of correlation. What this reminds me of, actually, is the signing of the 13th Amendment, right? The would abolish slavery. It's like one of the, a lesser known fact that at the time, Democrats did not vote so the vote numbers, as I recall, it is 48 to 8 There's 48 opposed, or 48 for and 8 opposed. Like basically the vast majority of Democrats did not vote to free slaves. They didn't vote for the 13th Amendment. So it's like, you know, Republicans are the reason why slavery was abolished. Not only that, but Abraham Lincoln is the one that signed the freaking Emancipation Proclamation, right? So it's sad, like when you see this, people just don't understand what's actually going on at the political level, and they get trapped in these like echo chambers of just spoken politics, spoken like visual narrative politics like this, where they're getting their politics from TikTok, somebody yelling on TikTok, or, you know, maybe a post or two on X with like a clip of a certain thing here and there. And that's just where they're getting it from. They're not doing any amount of actual background research. You know, because at the moment that you start looking into the actual facts here, you find that the actual motivations and why people are doing things directly collide with the reasons that they publicize that they're doing usually. You know, like the reasoning for the end of EBT, like the reason why they're putting this on blast now is because they're trying to make the right come to the table and conform to the deal that they want to make. Right? This is another like sales tactic where they're trying to shrink the timeline, right? They're trying to make it seem like that we're getting to a tipping point and that everything's about to explode. If they don't turn the government back on right now, everything's gonna there's gonna be people stealing and robbing cars, and all of this is it's a way to, you know, fearmonger and to try to scare the right into doing what they want to do for this basically this bill passing, where they're trying to hand off. I don't even know the specifics of the bill. I know that there's an egregious amount of money that is supposedly being given to illegal immigrants for healthcare in the bill, and that's principally the main reason why that the right does not want to pass it. At least that's as I understand it, that's one of the governing reasons why they voted against they voted to shut the government down, because they wouldn't pass this bill, you know, because it didn't have the money that they wanted for their thing. So they are the reason why the government's shut down. But now they're going to put on blast these fear tactics, this emotional manipulation. They are trying to incentivize people and incite people into stealing and rioting, and and all of these things. They're trying to normalize these things to try and, you know, create unrest in society. And that's like the whole fucking overarching tactic going on here. It's so abundantly clear, like with, you know, just sitting back and taking a general look at everything going on here, that's what's being, you know, employed here. They're trying to just use this situation again to try and speed up to make the Republicans make a bad deal for the budget. And that's all this is.
Like, and then threatening crimes? Sorry, ho, I don't actually feel bad at all. Get a job.
Masked up, breaking every damn thing up off the damn shelf, throwing that shit in a basket.
All right, threaten violence, threat of vandalism.
Walking clean up out there. Well, I got me fucked up, boy. It's about to be Thanksgiving, you heard me? And Christmas coming up, and y'all gonna take away nigga EBT? Oh, nah, y'all got the game really fucked up. Y'all got the game fucked all the way up, son. Believe that. Watch this. Y'all think I'm playing? Watch this, you heard me? Watch this. Watch what I do. Watch what I do. Watch what I do. I'm gonna go in that Walmart with a basket, and I'm gonna rack all kind of shit. I'm gonna throw this shit on the basket. I'm gonna walk right about that bitch. Put this in the car. Phew, I'm out of there. I'm out of there. Gone. I'm out of there. You know?
Well, thank God there's subtitles. Thank God for subtitles in the written language that was discovered a long time ago, but didn't make its way to certain regions of the world that are underdeveloped for reasons that I'm not going to get into right now. Anyway, there's more. There's more hoes.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up like this. I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the fuck off for November. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these stores. I'm walking out with cards and I'm not paying for shit. Trump.
What is with this culture? What is going on in the ghettos, man? What is with this culture, dude? What are we even doing? Also, for the record, so far, 5 out of 5 fat asses yelling and crying about this. They're all fat. All right, every single one of them screaming and yelling. They're all fat. For the record, no one's starving here. That's one. Two, what is going on here?
That's actually true.
That is doing this. Like, what is this insane amount of entitlement?
Every
crap,
single
get a job.
person, and every single person that is bitching about EBT is fat. So far, anyhow. Huh. Weird.
You won't, motherfuckers start looting. Oh, it's gonna happen. Before my kids go broke in this bitch like Jock, I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow.
That's a crime and you should go to jail. We know you won't, because for some reason the government is more than happy to release certain people from jail if they are of a specific ethnic background. But what are we doing?
I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my shit up, swipe my link card. As soon as that bitch say, ain't no pending balance on there, I'm going to walk the fuck out. And I'm going to have one of my cousins with me that'll punch your ass so hard you going to think...
Oh, threat of violence.
...a Jet 2 holiday hit your bitch ass if you think I ain't finna walk out that store. And please follow me to that motherfucking car. If you feeling motherfucking froggy, bitch, you ain't gonna make it back to your motherfucking position at that fucking Walmart store. I'm telling you.
Threat of violence. Direct threat of violence. I am so tired of this, man. I'm
I
tired of...
got a
I'll be
bot
real,
in
I'm
my
tired of,
DMs.
the culture. I'm tired of this culture, man. Again, this isn't me hating on black people. There are black people that don't do this. It's just statistically much higher in certain cultures that exist in society that happen to largely be of a specific color.
I just woke up.
Not all. Obviously. They're really annoying white people, don't get me wrong. But there's something going on in ghetto culture that's absolutely despicable.
I got an email from EBT. I used to get $740 a month for my 2 kids.
The bot in the DM thing? Oh, yeah, true. Well, no, I just get those all the time. It's usually about 5 or 6 a week.
The EBT, they saying I gotta work 20 hours a week. I'm not working for nobody. Get the fuck out of here.
Really? Really, dude? The caveat is that you have to work 20 hours a week in order to qualify for your food stamps, and you won't do that? It's pretty embarrassing, as far as I'm concerned.
What is this entitlement, dude? What do you mean you're not working for nobody? Get a job, dude. Why are these people entitled to my money? I work.
Like, just the disconnect that he's so entitled to the benefit that he won't even work a 20-hour-a-week job to qualify for it. Huh?
I get money. I get paid. I give the money to the government. And the government gives my money to these people that refuse to work. Literally, why?
This is what Americans, taxpayer, work for. For us.
I don't work. That's what the American taxpayers work for.
I mean, he just says it. He just fucking... Bro, that's the quiet part. You're not supposed to say that part.
Me, who doesn't need to work. I don't need to work. You're an American taxpayer. You should be working. We work. You work for us. We was kangs. Well, you work for us, brother. That's right, dude.
Holy shit.
This is insane.
They work for me. They gotta help me feed my fucking kids. Get the fuck out of here.
American taxpayers work for me. They work for me, so I don't have to work, so I get money for my food.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be quitters now.
Sounds to me like you believe in slavery as long as the people working are the slaves.
Y'all been helping us all this fucking time. Now y'all want to tap out. Get the fuck out of here.
You helped us so much. But instead of saying thank you, I'm just going to say now you have to help me forever.
I want my EBT, yo. I want my EBT, and I'm not working for nobody. I'm a fucking boss. What the fuck I look like working? When the government is here to help. Come on.
Why should I work when there are other people that are working that'll pay their taxes to give me food for free?
Y'all send all that money to Iraq, Ukraine, y'all funding all these wars, but when it's time to help the Americans, y'all don't want to fucking help us?
Yeah, they help a lot, actually. But yeah, no, that's not the point.
I need my fucking EBT, yo.
I mean, I would say that, like, yeah, that the whole problem is the funding, and that's due to Democrats stalling out the fucking vote, right? So there is a bit of legitimacy to that, but it's just like it's very one-sided where the problem is on that.
Yo, I need my fucking EBT.
It's not your money.
Stop fucking playing with me, yo.
Again, sorry that these people are all stressed. They are entitled and they're victims at the same time. A proud beggar. We need to whip these bastards into
Crazy
shape
the
and getting
entitlement
jobs.
we see these days.
This is insane.
And this isn't just one random asshole on the internet. This is like video number 7.
Crazy. What you need is a job application, sir. This is crazy.
So this is a very common rhetoric, this entitled rhetoric towards this shit. Like, wildly, it's still like ignorant rhetoric. Like, holy shit, dude. Not being willing to work a 20-hour job to get food stamps is wild. All right, you should be willing to work a part-time job to qualify for food stamps. I think that's fine, unless there is some medical reason why you're not, or be able to provide evidence that you are actively pursuing. And I know that they have a whole thing for that. Actually, you can show that you're actively pursuing employment for unemployment. So yeah, it's same shit. The only thing you have is maybe sign up for with WIC when you had kid formula is expensive. Yeah, I could see that. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with using governmental services to help out, shore up the pay gap. Absolutely, especially pay. That's what they're there for. If you use them when you qualify for them, and that you advantage them, of course. The problem is these people that are not utilizing the governmental services to advantage themselves to get into a position where they no longer need the governmental services. Instead, they're acting as if the governmental services are the bare minimum. They're the floor, the standard of the standard practice, right? So like that is the norm. I need to go pee. I can't think. I gotta pee. Give me a second. I'll be right back. That's why I keep like, I was like, well, I got like 20 more minutes. I could probably, but no, I'm gonna pee. Hold on. I can't bring. But yeah, it's like the problem parties here are not. It's not people, everyday people, utilizing a benefit like that here and there as they need it. It's people that have like institutionalized the thinking that they not only need SNAP/EBT, but they believe they deserve it so much that they're justifying the behavior of stealing from other people, from other law-abiding citizens, as a recourse for not getting free money from the government. Like, that's crazy. How A gets to B doesn't even make any sense. It's like, oh, well, the government ain't gonna give me my free money. Well, shit, I guess I'm gonna rob Jim next door. Fuck that guy. Like, what the fuck did Jim do? How do you get from A to B here?
Ridiculous. It's insanity. Holy crap. Dude. If I actually said something like this, okay? If I would say, why should I get a job and work if people that are working, that they could fund me? All right, if I would have said this as a kid or as a teenager, my mom would have whipped me into shape. Absolutely. What, are you fucking kidding me? Are you crazy?
I mean, to be fair, if he's very different, I'm gonna imagine very different cultural upbringings.
You're not gonna get a job? Are you out of your mind? Bro, I would have been destroyed. But for some reason, it is pervasive in certain cultures that you are entitled to all this shit. All these people have phones, for the record. How do these people have phones that they're filming this on, and internet that they're posting it to? If you're not contributing to society, why do you get all this shit? I don't understand. I don't get it at all. I don't understand. Like, I get the idea. Of, the government wanting to help people.
It is quite interesting and often telling when these people have large internet platforms, and yet they're bitching about their quality, or they're qualifying for SNAP benefits. Can we take a second to think about that?
People not literally starve to death. I get it. I personally think that, we have places in society that these people can absolutely.
So like the healthcare system in general has a lot of like problems, reworking that needs done. And yeah, of course that's a massive thing that needs to be approached. I'd say that they're trying to work on this. It seems as though anyhow, with like the recent Trump RX stuff, you know, they're trying to floor out the costs of medication across the board for Americans. At least that seems to be what they're trying to do. That should, in time, should systemically reduce healthcare costs across the board in general. I think that the inherent problem is the massively inflated healthcare costs. And, you know, like that's obviously the issue.
Go to, that will feed them. These people are not dying of hunger. It's not a thing. Even though you look it up and they'll say that malnutrition is here. Malnutrition is not pervasive to the extent that people are suffering. These people are all fat, for the record. All right, this is insane. I don't think that you are entitled to my taxpayer dollars at all. And there is something toxic in this culture, and it's disgusting. And for the record, all of you people voted for the guys that shut the government down. You not being able to afford groceries, well, first of all, get a job, and second of all, it's the people you voted for that are stopping you from getting these benefits. With all due respect, fuck you, and get a job. Holy fuck. Like, subscribe, and this video is streamed live on Kick.
Anyhow, Nux is the GOAT. Absolutely freaking, you know, definitely updo the video. Yeah, he absolutely said it there. It's the crazy entitlement towards these governmental services, though at times is very frustrating, right? Yeah, it's difficult, you know, at times to overcome financial uncertainties, but these, you know, SNAP especially, it's not guaranteed anywhere. You know, they're not guaranteed these services anywhere. They are provided by the government, sure, yeah. But if there is a lapse of financial budget or something for the government, you know, they're very much within their rights to be able to say, hey, listen, we just can't do SNAP this month. You know, that's, of course, it sucks. But they did address this right off the bat when, you know, they were talking about it. I think what they need to do is basically be trying to usher people towards other avenues of requiring food. I do. I think that the church should be a big part of that. I think there's a lot of churches, and you know, churches are tax exempt, you know, communities that they're very happy to help people. Every church that I know of has a Thanksgiving fucking feast or multiple, right? Like I know that week I could not cook a single thing and eat like a fucking king if I just go to church whenever there's service, like during that period of time. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, it's silly.
Hey, I'm YL, and I could be live right here, right now. You won't know until you check. See ya.